Hello and welcome to the Easy Allies podcast in the month of May, even though we're filming this on April 30th.
Wow.
Look at that, a little hybrid.
Wow.
We
fully
Maypril.
are time travelers right now.
Yes. Maypril. We are Easy Allies, and we are here to talk about what is going on in the wonderful world of video games. There's a lot going on. We got some games to talk about. We got some previews today.
Finally answering the two non-blondes' famous question. What is going on?
What is going on?
That's how it goes. It's what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
We're here to answer that today. We figured it out.
One of the greatest songs.
Oh, it's incredible.
An absolute 10.
Karaoke banger. You
It's 10.
You get the girls together and you just let it all out. You know?
It's a 10 out of 10. So today, we have good news because we have Alien Isolation 2 confirmed.
Is it officially 2? Is that what it is?
There's no title.
Very sketchy.
There's no title.
Just throwing out confirms.
Yeah, there's a trailer.
There's a trailer.
There's a teaser.
Something with aliens.
And they confirmed.
Teaser.
No, it's
Creative
confirmed.
assembly is happening.
It's 1,000,000% confirmed that it's a sequel.
Okay.
It's a follow-up. We have the March sales report. We have the... Look, this is a personal one. This is why I put it on here. I love Star Wars and I love Monopoly. We got Monopoly Star Wars Heroes versus Villains.
Yeah.
They released a full gameplay overview, and I watched this thing twice, and I have no idea what's going on.
Dude, yeah.
I have no idea.
Is that the thing you linked in here?
watched
Because
the
I watched that and I was
trailer,
like,
I think
what's happening?
It's one of the worst gameplay overviews I've ever seen, because when it was over, I was like, I don't understand.
For part of it, I was like, is this a board game or a video game?
That's the only thing this
I was
week
like,
where
okay.
something was explained and people didn't understand. I get it.
And then I broke my one rule, and I actually watched a horror movie
Kill the
trailer.
man. Oh,
I watched a horror movie trailer. I watched the Resident Evil trailer just so I could talk about it with you fine folks.
I have thoughts.
Cool. We'll get into it.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get into it when we get into it. And then Damiani went to Fan Fest, so we'll be talking about that. So let us dive in with the most hopeful and the best wholesome story of the week by far. Alien Isolation 2 is coming.
Okay.
Fuck yes. There is hope. 10 out of 10. One of the greatest games ever made.
No
Alien.
androids.
Yeah.
Don't do androids this time.
Yeah.
Or make it interesting.
It's one of the greatest games. I'm sorry you disagree. It is easily one of the greatest games ever fucking made, Alien Isolation. Literally one of the best horror games I've ever played, full stop.
So is Amanda Ripley alive?
So Amanda Ripley has been featured in the comic books and this VR game, Incursion.
She was frozen or something?
Yes.
Okay.
So her story has continued.
Okay.
It is unconfirmed. There are scant details. So this is not going to be a long segment. There are no details about this. I'm going to give you the details. And
Because I watched this trailer 3 times and I was like, is this Alien Isolation 2?
It is.
It's obviously the same team.
It is, because it is the same team, and it is confirmed to be outside of the space station now, which is the big
So we're in outer
change.
space?
No, we're on like a LV-426 vibe.
Okay. So we're on
Yeah,
another
I mean,
planet.
it looks.
Okay.
We're on like a Hadley's Hope.
The doors at the end of the
Okay.
trailer come out, and
I saw
you're on
it,
land,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah, I
raining,
saw
and
it.
there's a telephone thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, yeah, are we on Hadley's Hope, or are we
Yeah.
on, like, what is this?
They
Look
are
like Hadley's Hope.
They are keeping details scarce. My only hope is that they call this Aliens Isolation. Straight up, please.
There you go.
Please.
That does not. That's like BAFTA Games Awards. It does not roll off the tongue.
It does not roll off the tongue, but I like
roll off the tongue.
it. But I like it.
Or you know what they do? No,
Isolated with aliens.
I like that. I also like Alien Isolation, except the S is a $sign.
Alien Isolations. Yes.
Or you just change the S to a $sign in isolation, so it's $sign.
Yes. The biggest change is it's going to be Unreal Engine 5. That is confirmed.
Wow.
Instead of Creative Assembly's Cathoid engine. And this is a big deal.
That's intriguing.
This is a big deal because the look of the original
I love the way
Alien
that looks.
It is so
I'm actually a little bummed by this.
same because it is so accurate to the original movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just rock solid, 100% identical. Every time you play Alien Isolation, you really feel like you are in that universe. So hopefully with Unreal Engine 5, they can capture that.
The way the cathode engine, and like probably with post-processes, you could achieve hopefully a similar vibe in Unreal. I hope it doesn't just look like any other Unreal 5 game.
Same.
I want it to have that, because there was like a almost intangible kind of grody-ness.
Yeah.
And like, it felt like film.
Boxy things.
Well, but not just the way that the models were made and all that, but the way the lighting and the like shading and the volumetric fog and everything came together, the way that it rendered the visuals of that game, it felt like the movies.
Yeah, 100%.
And like that is possible in Unreal, obviously. So like I'm sure that they will attain the same, achieve the same thing. But like, I don't know. I love the way that game
more
looks.
difficult to develop in that.
Unreal 5 is
that leap to Unreal 5
crazy.
is like, expensive, demanding.
Yeah.
So I mean, it can look good, but
and the tutorials are all out of date constantly.
we'll have to see.
Fucking Unreal 5.
So this trailer came out on Alien Day, which is April 26th, as LV4T6. It's very funny, very cool, very awesome.
That is fun.
And they dropped this, and Alien Isolation 1 came out in
2022.
2014.
I was gonna say.
Oh God,
I
I'm
was
way
like
off.
2022.
Yeah, 2022, Damiani? No, I have been waiting,
5 years
bro.
ago, 6 years
Oh,
ago,
12 years
12
ago.
years
Yeah,
ago.
this just makes me feel so.
Smoking.
This just makes me
This
feel
is game trailers days.
so good because Alien Isolation is the only thing, like, it's second to me to Evil Within, where it is like this unsung, but like people do know, but it's like this unsung 10 out of 10 horror masterpiece that like didn't fully land when it released, but has only aged better over time. And they were gonna make more. They had grand plans for this whole thing, and they just couldn't continue. And then now they are. So it's like the second chance for this series. So it's just like, this is just the best story. I'm so excited. I'm so happy, and I'm so hopeful that they can capture the same spirit and vibe of the first one. So
I have questions about how she survives, but I'll ask you later.
well,
I know the end of this game.
Alien Isolation, the original, the ending's wild, but
Yeah.
we won't get into that
crazy.
here. I mean, shit, even here, considered one of the best games ever made. It won several year-end awards. It landed critically. It just didn't land commercially.
Yeah.
Yep. But people know.
Yeah.
It was a critical
It was
darling.
like
It's the fucking
79
best.
on Metacritic.
What's it got on Metacritic?
80s,
79.
79.
PS4
81
version has a
PC, 79 PS4, so like
And
80
then
average.
like almost 2,000 user reviews at an 8.3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And it's only
that's-
aged
A cult
well.
classic.
It is. So I'm just happy that this gets to live on. And I feel like we're in such a good
Actually, I'm
place.
gonna give it a 4.
That is fucking
Out of
insane.
10 or 5.
Well, that's important. Yeah, that's good to know.
It's fucking insane. One of the main things about this game, obviously, is the AI of the alien itself. How smart it is, how it hunts you down.
Yeah.
Obviously, the working Joes, the robots, were a little divisive. There was a lot of like open-ended combat scenarios. So I feel like if we can work out the kinks for the second one, where we just focus on more on the alien and just more on that atmosphere, it'll be interesting that it's in like a colony rather than the claustrophobic confines of the space station.
Which planet was Sevastopol Station orbiting?
Not LV426.
Right.
Yeah, I
But
don't
not
know.
Earth, right?
Not Earth, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unsure.
Huh.
Yeah. So, very excited.
Feel
Any
like-
thoughts
feel like
on
you just
this?
Feels like you get scooped up. Like, I feel like the alien universe has shocking odds for shooting a cryopod into space and getting scooped up by anyone. Do you know how big space is?
Yeah, it's like
You could miss a planet. Like,
Hey,
you're not-
she
was like- what
was
was it, like,
floating for
1 in a
57 years, to
Did
be
they say
fair.
There was a 1 in a
Ripley,
million
yes.
chance that they picked her up.
57
He
years.
He acknowledges
Yeah.
that it's a 1 in a million chance.
Yeah.
Really,
He's like, yo, it's
probably
crazy.
1 in a trillion chance.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
and she's in a shuttlecraft, so it's like a little bigger. I'm just saying. The Alien universe either has like banging radar
Yeah.
or yeah.
So I just love where we are with the Alien and Predator universe. Predator has been firing on all cylinders with Prey and
Predator.
Badlands and Killer of Killers. Alien Romulus was fucking sick. Like, we are in good shape in this whole universe. I'm not saying the Predators are going to show up here in isolation. But
Their last game was the multiplayer one, right?
yeah.
That Predator multiplayer game, right?
Yep.
Was that the last one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hunting grounds. But I wonder
Yeah.
if, because we're in a colony and we're outside, that we'll deal more like
Alien Romulus is an insult.
I love that movie. We'll deal with more like combat sections in this. Like, are we gonna get a pulse rifle? Are we gonna be shooting aliens? Because I feel
Well,
like
that's the thing.
s-
Going into Hadley's Hope, like if it is LV426,
it's not. I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Okay,
but it's
it like
another.
It would be
colony.
kind of interesting. Is like, okay, you get rescued from Sevastopol. Mm-hmm. Some contrivance happens. Maybe there's an alien gets on. Maybe the alien gets on that ship with you.
Classic.
Classic.
So classic.
You can't get rid of them. You just can't
Hijack.
get rid of them. They're like a bad penny. But like, yeah, then crash on, crash near Hadley's Hope, and then it would be kind of cool to explore it after Aliens. The timelines would get a little weird. Yeah, it's all blown out.
Yeah. So it's tough. That's why I think it's going to be a whole different planet.
It has to be different.
Yeah,
It has to be.
because I feel like Weyland
'Cause-
Yutani, when they, like we saw it in Romulus, when they go to these planets, they have their similar aesthetic, and they're just mining,
yeah.
and it all, they just set up a colony,
Yeah.
shake and bake colony, if you will.
A shake and bake. But well, yeah, and also
Exactly.
because Isolation takes place like 30 years before.
15 years after Alien 1.
Right, so
Which is like
40
yeah,
years
yeah.
before Aliens.
So I guess you could go there before.
So you'd have to go to
Aliens.
Hadley's Hope before, but then there's just people. It's just
Yeah.
setting up, and there's no alien.
Yeah, because the beginning of Aliens
Because they
is like-
lose contact like 6
Yeah.
months before.
not for reasons unknown.
We honed in on its peaking. I love the Aliens universe is so fucking messed up. It's so messy, dude. The timeline makes no sense.
It's so messy.
But I love it.
So
I love
excited.
it so much.
Creative Assembly. It's just, you're not going to hear a better story this week. I'm sorry. This is the best. This is the best. It's happening. We did it. We live. Let's go. Alrighty. Any other thoughts on Aliens Isolation?
Aliens
Any
Isolations.
hopes? Any fears? Any desires?
I
What are your
just-
demands?
I just want it to be good. And for the story to make sense and not be filled with ridiculous, horrible fan service garbage.
I could go with like a Resident Evil Requiem 2 protagonist style, where one of us
That's what
is.
Chad was saying too, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, where one of us is hiding away from the aliens, and then the other one is a fucking
Is a
marine.
Marine.
just blasting.
Yeah.
That would be sick. Because
Yeah, it'd be cool if you're like, you start off as someone who like finds Amanda or something.
yeah.
And then, yeah, he gets axed or something.
You know,
and
it'd
then
be
you play as
really
her.
fun too.
Huh.
If we, as the player, get face hugged, and we're on the clock, like we got it. We know we're gonna burst.
Ooh.
Like,
Ooh.
yeah.
So you get face hugged, and then cuts to the other pro tag for a while.
Yes.
Cuts back to you, and you just wake up and you're fine.
Yes, dude.
And then you're just like, wait, my guts feel weird.
So, yeah, the screen's all up.
And then you have like it's a real time, like 1 hour. You have like 1 hour to do whatever you can do.
I would love it. I would love it.
It'd be insane.
Alrighty,
Where
stay
it's like
tuned.
technically possible to like solve some big problem, but really unlikely or something.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Their last game was Total War Warhammer 3 in 2022 and Total War Pharaoh
They made Total War Warhammer 3?
Yeah.
My
So,
friend loves that
It's
game.
been
I
years.
was just playing that the other day.
So it's been a bit. They've been cooking. They also have in development Total War Medieval 3 and Total War Warhammer 40K.
Wow.
So they are cooking.
They're in that Total War arena.
Yeah. Alrighty, now it is time for the March sales report. Here we go. Let me just get this link up. We got the full sales reports from Matt Piscatella, of course. March 26, 2026, U.S. video game market highlights thread from Circana. U.S. video game spending jumped 12%. 12% in March, driven by console, content, and hardware. Crimson Desert, MLB The Show, and Pokemon Pokopia were among several new releases, fueling overall spending growth.
Pokopia was a system seller for sure.
Absolutely it was.
And everything else just cost 12% more, so that probably
Yeah.
has something to do with it.
Do we have any guesses on the top 20 as we dive in?
Well, Crimson Desert, Pokopia.
Other than those.
Yeah, because I said those. I'm curious how far Resident Evil dropped. Because it was
Damiani, it was number
so
1.
big.
Now it's number 2.
Oh, that's not, man, that thing's
Yep.
Good
Cooking
job.
well.
Keep on
Yep.
trucking.
Yep.
Pragmata would be next month, right?
Correct.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah,
That
it
did
would.
pretty well.
Where do you think Grand Theft Auto 5 is?
Top near 10. It's got to be near 10.
It's number 10.
Oh,
There it is.
And like, is Minecraft right next to it or something? They're like always next to each
Minecraft
other.
is number... Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I lied. Grand Theft Auto is number 11. It was 10 last month. Minecraft is
Okay.
number 9. So they're right
Okay, so
there.
they're 2 away. Okay, not bad.
what's number 10
They're
then?
like always like so close.
Number 10 is EA Sports FC 26.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course,
Yeah, the
Red
World
Dead
Cup's
2
coming
is
up,
number
yeah.
13.
Wow. What must it be like?
Oh yeah, Red Dead.
Every time.
Rockstar, they need to release like 10 games so they can have like the top 10 themselves at some
all
point.
10, all 10. They
So-
need to release a soccer game and a football game, and then they'll have it all.
So other than MLB The Show, Pokopia, and Crimson Desert, there are also 1, 2, 3 more new ones.
Oh wow.
And those 3 are in the top 10. What do you think they are? 3 new games in the top 10 this month. One of them is a sports game, one of them is a shooter, and one of them is like a RPG type.
They said show already, right? Where's is that one? Was that the one you're talking about?
MLB The Show
MLB
26 is number 1.
Whoa.
Okay, so that was a
Is
sports
that one of the new ones?
Yeah, but there's 3 other ones we haven't hit.
Wait, 3
That
other
wasn't
sports
the
games?
No, 3 other new games. One of them is a sports game. One of them is a shooter.
So there's another sports game
Yes.
besides
And
MLB
this
The
is
Show.
from April.
Oh,
Correct.
March.
another baseball?
Oh, I
Is there
can't
like
think
an
back
arcade
that
baseball?
far.
March.
Is it wheels or balls?
Neither.
What? Hockey?
No. Let's say it's sports entertainment.
Wrestling.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wrestling game.
Okay.
So the top 3, MLB The Show, Resident Evil, and WWE
I forgot about
2K26.
WWE. Okay, and then there's an ARPA
Said
girl
a
in there?
RPG.
There's like an RPG, I guess you can call it that, and a shooter.
That was a new RPG.
A shooter.
Yeah. The RPG is a sequel. It's number 3 in a series. And it's from, spoiler alert, Capcom USA.
From Capcom?
Uh-huh.
Huh?
I don't know. Breath of Fire.
Monster Hunter Stories 3.
There it is.
Oh,
Nailed it.
Oh, forgot that's an RPG.
Nailed
Yeah,
it.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's why I was like, it's kind of
It's an
it's
RPG. That's an RPG.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was about to say, like, was there a Dragon Dogma 2 DLC?
that
Dragon
would
Dogma
be
3
tight, dude.
came
Come
out.
on.
Know about it?
Where's my DLC, Dargan's Dogma?
Monster Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflection launching in 7th place.
That's
Damn,
insane.
that's
That's
high.
that high. Jeez.
Yeah.
I didn't know
I
those
would never
hit so
guess I'd
hard.
be in the top 10, I'll be honest.
And the last new one placed number 4. And
Oh,
it's
it's
a
a big-
shooter.
It's
It's
a shooter.
big shooter?
You both know this.
Call of Duty something.
No, you know this. He's on it.
you could see it in his
Bungie.
eyes.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Marathon.
There it is.
Marathon, thank you.
Marathon.
Goddamn.
I
Number
remember the
4.
name.
Forgot that game existed.
Number 4. Solid.
That's crazy.
It's got legs. It's going.
I mean, that's a good launch, but how is it doing?
how's it doing now?
A month later now.
What have you done for me lately?
I feel like it's doing well. All right. I'm going to list the top 20 from the bottom. We're going to ride it up.
Right.
Number 20, Madden NFL 26.
Oh, of course. The draft is happening this month, so of course it bumps
get
up.
everybody hyped. Number 9.
Oh, no, it went down.
This one.
Did it? You said? Because it was last
number
month
8.
out.
It was number 8.
Yeah, I got it wrong. Why did... Well, okay,
there are 2 really crazy stories on here, and the next one is crazy. Number 19 was number 75 last month.
All right, it came out on PC.
Now it's Mario Kart World. Why?
What?
Why was it 75 to 19? Tell me, Damiani, why?
I don't know. Explain this to me. You're the one supposed to have the notes.
I don't know.
I don't know why. Did it go on? Was there another sale? I don't know. Did they announce maybe there was no price hikes on the system yet.
It's crazy.
I don't know
Marathon
what happened. I don't know.
Players right now.
I don't know.
It's really good. Games.
That one has me head scratching. Actually, I'm
small
sure
but
it's something
dedicated
obvious.
following.
I just didn't notice.
All-time peak was 88,000. Destiny 2's all-time peak was 300,000 on Steam.
Totally. Destiny was so good for every kind of player. That's why Destiny was so phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because whether you were the most hardcore or the most casual investor in that game, it didn't matter. You could find ways to have fun accordingly. And Marathon is no, it's only intense.
Yeah. You're a sweaty freak or get out.
Yeah. Number 18 dropped one spot or went up one spot. Pokemon Legends Z to A.
Wow.
Probably the Pokopia hype, just
Where
Pokemon
was
hype.
Pokopia on there?
Pokopia was number 5.
And that's
Brand new.
physical only?
Yes.
Nintendo doesn't give
Digital sales not included.
I love how Nintendo would always be number 1 if they actually...
Here's the other most insane story, but Damiani, I think, nailed it. It was...
So PC thing.
Yep. It was number 165 last month, and now it's 17. You know. You love it so much.
Oh.
On PC. You
was
love
it last
it.
month? It feels so long. Was it Death Stranding 2?
Yep. Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
I feel like that was 2 months ago. I can't remember anymore, man.
I
was
know.
Did we talk about that already in March?
Yeah.
I thought we did. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Jump for that game.
Number 16, Helldivers 2. Number 15, Crimson Desert. Number 14.
Wait, Crimson Desert was only 15?
Brand new, and it only hit 15, but the sales are good. It sold millions of copies. The company gave every single one of their employees a $4,000 bonus.
Yeah, 3,000 something.
Crazy.
Maybe it's selling well outside the US as well. This is because this is US sales.
Yeah. Number 14, Ghost of Yotei. Number 13, Red Dead 2. Number 12, still holding strong, is Battlefield 6. Number 11, GTA 5. Now the top 10. Number 10, EA Sports FC 26. Number 9, Minecraft. Number 8, NBA 2K26. Number 7, Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection. Number 6, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Top 5 are number 5, Pokemon Pokopia. Number 4 is Marathon. Number 3 is WWE 2K26. Number 2 is Resident Evil Requiem. And number 1 is MLB The Show 26.
I'm being told that Crimson Desert doesn't include digital.
Ah.
That's what chat says.
That makes sense that it is only 15.
Nintendo,
yeah.
Okay.
It makes 100% sense
also-
because the sales are millions.
Which also makes
Pokopia
sense
also
'cause
doesn't
it's-
include digital, and it's at 5.
Right.
So and it's only on one platform.
Which also
so
makes sense
I don't
because
know.
Crimson Desert has 57,000
yeah.
concurrents right now.
It's crazy.
So it's
I was
way
gonna say,
higher
you know
than
what? To be
Marathon.
fair, I feel like Crimson Desert is a game most people are gonna buy digitally. Period.
Oh, for
on
sure.
any
Yeah.
platform.
I didn't
So
know
I
how you would
imagine
buy
it's
that
much
physically.
higher. I bet it would be top 5 if it was digital included. Yeah.
Matt Pixcatella says U.S. projected total market video game spending reached $5.3 billion in March.
Wow.
12% increase. Yeah, 12% increase when compared to last March. First quarter spending grew 5% when compared to a year ago to 14.6 billion.
Wow. Video games.
So we always talk
Big
about
industry.
you know,
Stop laying people off.
exactly. We always talk about get people getting laid off and potentially Marvel's Wolverine costing $500+ million to make, but the industry in only one quarter 3 months has made $14.6 billion. So all this like doom and gloom of games are too expensive, they can't survive, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, like, games are so expensive, they're never going to survive. This, I'm a man of numbers. Numbers don't lie, but liars use numbers. And the numbers here tell me
The numbers, Mason.
that video games are making money.
Yeah.
So where do we, using this information, obviously games are getting more and more and more expensive to make, but do we think like that's going to implode someday? Like so many people say. I mean, Shuhei just reiterated that a couple weeks ago. He was like, it cannot survive.
I mean,
But how do we feel if they're making so much money still?
there's so many factors about this. Like,
Yeah. course.
there's a lot of ins and outs about this, but
Definitely,
also like
definitely.
the fact that wages are not keeping up with inflation is one
course.
huge thing. Like, people are like, this is discretionary spending, right? And like the fact that it is doing this well, great. It would probably be doing better if everyone was making a fair and living wage and could spend more money on discretionary spending, right? Like Johnny C-Suite wants to have a banner year and then fire the most employees they've ever fired, because then they save more money and have an even better banner year.
Totally.
Like, it's, there's no...
That's the
there's
crux.
no humanity in it.
Exactly.
It's not, there's no, the system, of late stage capitalism, is not built for people. It's built for capital.
Yeah.
And like, there are
So the industry...
very few people who can really, really benefit from that, and everybody else is somewhere in the middle or being crushed beneath it.
Yeah. So the companies are making that money, and the employees are the ones paying the price.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, trickle down is not a thing.
Yeah.
It does not exist. It does not work.
Yeah.
Like, it's making, James Q, Electronic Arts rich,
Yeah.
but it's not making employee number 16,412 rich.
Yeah. Hardware spending grew 69%, giggity, when compared to a year ago. Nintendo Switch 2 drove overall again, while PlayStation 5 spending increased by 3%. Switch 2 was the best-selling hardware platform across units and dollars for both March and 2026 year-to-date. Through each console's first 10 months in market, unit sales of Switch 2 are 12% higher than Switch 1. It remains the second fastest selling hardware platform in the US. Tracked history.
Was the
Switch 2.
Switch 1 the first fastest, or the Wii?
It doesn't say, but it says from 1995 when they started tracking that.
I wonder if it was the DS
Yeah, probably. Or Wii.
or the PS2.
PS2 or Wii.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those would be my guesses.
Yeah. So corpos are making money.
Corpos, dude.
Yep. 14
Good
plus
for them.
billion.
Good for them, They didn't earn it.
So we will see next month how this all shakes out, but that's the first quarter. That's a big one. First quarter of the year, video games are up. Any thoughts?
Bet
Any
big
final
on
thoughts?
video games. Oop, our internet connection is unstable.
Bet big on fucking GTA 6 when that launches. One of my favorite things of all time is when people bring that up, and I don't bring it up when they bring it up before me.
GTA?
Yeah, oh my God. I'm at work the other day, and I'm standing there, and this new guy is there, and we're getting to know each other, and he goes, oh, like, what kind of games do you cover and stuff? I'm like, what do you like? I'm like, oh, it's boring, but I like everything. Like, I love all video games, every single thing I love. And he's like, oh man, yeah, I guess I'm just waiting for GTA 6. And I just like grab him on his shoulder. And I'm like, yup.
You're my number one.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, I see you. I'm ready. All right. Speaking of high-profile, high-octane video games, Monopoly Star Wars Heroes versus Villains is coming out.
I love how in the trailer they were like, fast games.
I don't understand.
I'm like, what? Yeah, okay.
Everyone, I encourage you to watch the gameplay overview of this trailer and try to explain to us what this game is. I do not understand.
It's Monopoly with a Star Wars skin on it.
But like,
I thought it was, but you like, I thought like there's the good and bad side. It's like two you versus another team.
Oh.
yeah.
So like they showed it as like kind of like Jedi and Sith. I felt like, and then when you roll on someone's like, when you like bump into somebody, instead of like paying the fee or whatever, you have like a some kind of competition.
So like
where,
you
like,
don't pay rent when you hit something, you
I
battle
don't know
it
that
out.
part of it, but like they like showed some
So
kind of
if they're doing-
like combat
It's
thing,
Mario
which is kind of
Party
mixing
Monopoly.
it up. And then
That's
like
what
you could
I
like
thought.
wager.
Is
You
it?
could wager on outcomes. Like they showed like a thing, like a Senate's gonna vote on something, see if you can like get it through. And it's like if it goes in your outcome, you get this benefit. If you fail, the other team gets this. It's kind of
will
like
make it.
I don't know. It kind of like I don't know if the problem is. Do you really need to make Monopoly and mix it up or anything? Is that gonna get too complicated?
This can be a $30 game. Star Wars tax.
Okay.
Her eyes. Can we, yo? When you edit this or Don does, zoom in on Isla's eyes there. When I said 30, it was. The reason I'm hopeful. One, I love Monopoly. I just love Monopoly so much, and if you've been following Easy Allies for a decade, coming for you, Law and Order. You know that we have streamed the Ubisoft Monopoly game multiple times, and it's just so fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun. You build your little board, you know, we go around. It's just, it's such a great vibe. So the fact that they're trying something dramatically different with a Star Wars skin. I mean, there's like 20-something heroes and villains in this game. They all have different abilities.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I think that's really cool. The middle of the board has all these different iconic Star Wars locations. I'm just excited for like a new way to play Monopoly.
Yeah.
But again, this trailer, I did not
It was
understand.
bamboozling.
Does anyone know? Has anybody watched? Watch it, please, and jump in
I was
because
setting up the podcast while watching this, so like I was only half watching it, but like, yeah, I was like, I rewound it to be like, at the end of it, I was like, what is this?
okay, we have we have new info from Nintendo. Nintendo Life. Nintendo Life.
Your
Shout
entire
out.
Screen is a cookie notification.
I know.
Right now.
I don't like to consent here, you know, because then it's like you're gonna, you know,
They're gonna track you.
algorithm me and all.
I mean, it's the shitty broken ass work laptop. It doesn't.
There's 28 Star Wars characters, and Damiani was right. Landing on the same tile as another player triggers a dice battle to determine who gets control of the location. That is chaotic. There's 22 locations with a unique 3D diorama for every Star Wars era, including Ewok Village, the Sandcrawler, Echo Base, and Jedi Temple. I still love Star Wars. Maul Shadow Lord. Give it a watch.
Memories of Star Wars.
Yes.
Watching Star Wars
Peak
up in my
nostalgia.
head, you know? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, Star Wars is chill. Because I can just forget about all the stuff I don't want to think about.
You'll build teams with your favorite Star Wars characters, each of whom boasts a unique ability that
They
can
got
dress.
Andor in there?
They better have Andor.
He's the best Star Wars.
They better have Cass.
Cassian, dude.
How you construct your team will play a pivotal role in securing victory, and dice battles and new Go events introduce game-altering twists. So yeah, we are full-on Mario Party here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be chaotic.
When you said Go events, my mind went to the movie Go.
Yes! Wasn't like Claire Danes in that or something?
Yeah, it was
Yes!
was it the James Vanderbeek? Who was in that? But
Yo, I wanna
just the
go.
cover where the like the wide angle lens. Like,
Was it
top
yellow?
down. Yeah, there's blue, but they were wearing like yellows and greens.
Yo, I want to watch Go now, Isla. What have you done to me? Why do you do this to me?
The logo is yellow. Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with her. It is Sarah Pauli. Absolute legend, Sarah Pauli. Absolute 10 out of 10.
William
writer
Fichtner,
and actor.
Katie Holmes,
Wow.
Jay Moore, Sarah Pauli.
Sarah
Scott
Pauli is a
Wolf.
legend in my book.
Timothy Oliphant is in there.
Wow.
God, look at this. Everyone's got
Doug
gelled
Lyman,
up.
director.
Yeah, Doug Liman of fucking
Wow.
Bourne.
Wow.
Didn't he do some of the Bourne?
Yeah. I think the first one.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm watching Go tonight.
I remember it was like that and like 24-hour Party People and like Party Monster.
Party Monster, of course.
Like the whole like, God, we had the best generation.
We did. This is developed by Behavior Interactive. It's coming on April 29th? No, the full reveal. That was the full. No, okay.
Oh,
That
was yesterday.
That was yesterday. It comes
We're
out.
playing this right now.
It comes out in May, I believe.
May
the end
4th?
of May. Yeah, not May 4th.
Are they
but
fucking missing May the 4th again?
They are.
What's wrong with you,
I
Star
know.
Wars?
Cad Bane is a character in this. Asajj Ventress, Darth Maul.
I don't know who those first
They got
are.
everybody.
Diana Andor?
Wait. They fucking don't.
No buy. No buy.
I don't think they do. Holy
No buy.
shit. You know what they're doing? Some DLC shit.
The
That's a
Andor
$4.99 add-on.
You pay $8 for
Yeah.
Luthien.
And we all would
And I
though.
would do it. I would do it.
Yes.
His argument, his battle thing is he just makes an incredible speech, just does a monologue.
Everyone just surrenders. So good.
3-minute monologue, and everyone's like, "Okay, you win."
All right. Lastly, here we go. Looking for the thoughts of everybody. Resident Evil.
Yeah.
You're getting another movie.
Yes.
Is it
We're getting another movie.
another movie with the name Resident Evil stapled to the top?
Yes.
I like what people are saying about it, Huber. The true RE fans.
Yeah.
This is the story behind one of the documents you read.
It
in
looks
one of the
fucking
desks,
sick.
Whatever.
I like that.
You're getting
angle.
the side NPC
No, I'm fucking
story.
hyped.
I like
here.
that angle because
Yeah.
when I watched this trailer this morning, and I had heard the thing that the director was like, there are no characters from Resident Evil games,
Which is fine.
which I'm like,
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, 10 out of 10.
sure, but at the same time, I'm like, was this a different script that they just put the Resident Evil IP on? Like, because that happens a lot.
Totally,
Like,
totally.
see every Cloverfield movie.
Totally.
Like, since Cloverfield. Like,
Totally.
you know what I mean? Like,
Retrofitting it.
the vibe I got was
Yeah.
like, Econo Cousin Greg is running around in a story that was just a monster movie, and now they put Resident Evil on it.
The reason I'm excited, two reasons. One, Zach Krieger. I'm very excited about that. He is a fan of the games and he knows his shit and he makes good movies. I love Barbarian and Weapons was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
and-
Weapons
enjoyed
more.
it.
And also, I'm a fucking Austin Abrams stan. I love this kid. I love him
Is he the main
so
guy?
much. Yeah.
At first, I thought it was Cousin Greg, but it's not.
I love Austin Abrams. Shout out to Dash and
they seem
Lily.
good in
Watch
the
it.
trailer,
Underrated
yeah.
Christmas show. He's a very good actor. And I think my favorite video game adaptations are like this. Exist in the same universe, but tell a side story. I don't want a one-for-one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want The Last of Us just doing The Last of Us. I don't want Tomb Raider just doing Tomb Raider. I want Cyberpunk
Although-
Edge Runners. I want
Okay,
Castlevania.
but Huber, those are two examples where it worked. I could give you 35. I could give you every cinematic adaptation of a video game throughout human history
Yeah.
where that did not work.
Yeah.
And like the constant refrain with big budget theatrical release movies is always, why didn't they just do the games? Like that's what everyone always says, right?
Totally.
I feel like that's
So,
what's
like-
said when they don't turn out well.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Like it feels like it's the fallback.
Welcome-
Like, I've been guilty of that. Like when they made the Spirits Within for Final Fantasy, it's like, why didn't you just? And then Advent Children came out a few years later. I'm like, why didn't you just start with Advent Children, which everyone would like know? But I think like it's just the examples that you probably have. They're probably just bad movies too.
Yeah.
They're not even just like, it's not that they're bad game movies. They're just bad movies outright. Probably, I would imagine. I think the what is the high kind of like ceiling for something like this? It can be interesting and enjoyable to Resident Evil fans. But I think they're swinging for the broader appeal of this is a gateway medium where this is going to draw in a lot of non-fans. They're going to love this because they love the pedigree behind this, you know, the team behind it. And then they're like, damn, I love this vibe. And there's a game series like this. I'm going to go jump in the game series. Like you said, like with Arcane. But like, I get it. There are fans who are like, I saw some of the comments where fans like another video game movie where they're like just not doing anything like the video game. But it's like also they're searching for ammo. Like they had like, it did have some like Resident Evil imagery in there.
Apparently said like they wanted it to have the look and feel of the game mechanics and all that stuff. Like I'm hopeful for this. I'm hopeful for this. Yeah, I did like the shot in the trailer where they were like opening drawers and looking for stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely shots though that I was like, does not feel like this. Feels like straight up a different type of horror. Like the door shot in the dark with all like the different body parts starting to like come out of it, like the light.
Yeah, I was like,
but I was like, that's not really Resident. That's not Resident Evil. I was like, huh, what is this?
Old fucking.
The only thing that
I know,
fast motion ghost monster,
or
the only thing that really disturbed me as a fan, I was not happy about it, was the rooftop shot where it looked like the zombies were running. Like if there's running zombies in this movie,
Crimson Heads run. Blister Heads run.
There's not gonna be. It's not gonna be 100 Crimson Heads around though, or 100 Blister Heads. Like there was.
I did like the only shot in the trailer that I really liked was the zombies falling off the roof and exploding.
There's 3 shots directly copying Walking Dead, and that was one of them.
Oh,
because Walking Dead's the best zombie shit of all time.
Little nod there.
Yep. Literally
like
copied it. Shot for shot. There's the barn shot, identical. There's a shot where like he's in a building that looks exactly like the hospital where Rick is, and the doors are like bam, 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 and then the body's falling.
I mean, there's only so many. Like zombies are not super interesting, like fodder. So it's like there's only so much you can do.
They're so interesting.
Yeah.
Zombies? Why are zombies not interesting? I don't know. Well, if you say they're not interesting, you have to tell us why.
Because because the zombies to me are an interesting like stakes for the world.
Yes.
But then the thing you build on top of it is good characters, good interactions, good situations like that, right?
Yeah.
The zombies are basically just we can't go outside because it's dangerous.
Totally.
And like that's just the skin of the world is dangerous.
Society, yeah,
right. And like which is fine. Boring is not the right word, but it's just like there's only so many different ways you can re-roll
zombies.
A zombie situation.
Totally.
And I feel like, a lot of it's been done.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can always do new stuff, but
I think I like the zombies because specifically in Resident Evil, I like zombies because it amplifies how high stakes the actual bioweapons are.
Yeah.
When a hunter rolls up, when a tyrant rolls up, like the real threats.
That's what I loved in 9. Minor spoiler for Requiem, but when you see the price list of the various bioweapons.
Yes.
And like normal zombies.
Nemesis and shit.
Normal zombies are on there and they're like only $2 million.
Yeah.
Which is
the
a
Nemesis
steal.
was like 40 million or something.
Yeah, that's the value menu right
Hunter
there.
Killer is like 16 million.
So
like,
cool.
Something like that. It's like
that shit's cool.
It's
Buy
so
one, get
fun.
one.
Like they literally but in the universe literally had like a power ranking like for money. It was great.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of recent ones like Uncharted, where it like tried to do, like an origin type, faithful to the game, and it just doesn't work. I think of Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, which finally, after 8 Resident Evil movies, was like, all right, we're gonna be the one that just does the game, and like one of the scenes in that is the Spencer Mansion, and it's a 10 out of 10, but Hollywood doesn't have the guts to do a 2-hour silent movie of somebody creeping through a mansion. They just don't have the guts to do it. So that scene is like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it's the best Resident Evil movie scene of all time.
I liked that movie.
That one scene is the absolute culmination, and I think when fans are complaining about like do the game, like they want that. But I still think with this, I'm hopeful because we have somebody in Raccoon City trying to survive the outbreak. And I think as a basic Resident Evil premise, that is really, really smart and really, really genius because the Spencer Mansion is such an isolated area and you can only do so much. But if you put someone in Raccoon City during the outbreak, like, you have a lot of freedom to kind of play with that.
You know what I think?
And you can even have Easter eggs too. Like we hope that he runs by RPD.
That's what I was gonna
and
say.
looks at it.
Well,
like,
that's what I was gonna say. Is you could do cool stuff where he like is running to RPD or something,
Yeah.
and then the helicopter crashes into it,
And
and
he's
he's
like,
like,
"Oh,
"Oh
shit!"
fuck!"
Exactly.
And then he, like, runs somewhere else.
Exactly.
Like, I hope that there's some kind of little thing like that where it's like a subtle nod
yes.
to like, okay, this is when this is taking place in relation to the other games.
Yeah.
Like, that would be super cool.
So cool.
And like, yeah, then you don't need to have Jill or Leon or anybody in it,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe a post-credits tease if we're going MCU style.
Yeah.
Some BS like that. But yeah, I hope it's kinda-
Tyrant will return.
I think if it separates itself and earns the goodwill, then we can start talking about, how it can really start tying into the games more. But for me, I'm pretty optimistic.
I'm hopeful because it's a skilled director
Yeah.
taking it seriously. I feel like we're
Really
moving
serious.
we're moving into a new era of these video game adaptations right now. Pushed by, this and the Elden Ring movie, hopefully, where it's like, okay, we're giving, popular / prestige directors a swing at these, and
Yeah.
we're taking it seriously. We're giving it a budget. We're giving it marketing. We're it's not just like a straight to DVD schlock kind of a thing.
Totally.
Like, and hey, I have a place in my heart for like Silent Hill
Same.
and Resident Evil 1.
Same.
Like, those movies are fun, right?
Same. Michelle Rodriguez
Yeah,
hype.
they're insane,
Yes.
but, like-
yes.
Yeah, I'm hopeful for an actual movie,
Yeah.
and like that would be cool.
Yeah.
So I was not blown away. I didn't think I just also didn't think the trailer was like
Same.
great.
It was kind of a nothing
It's
burger.
a teaser.
Yeah.
It was sort of it, and they said
I don't know
teaser,
why.
so-
I don't know why Stellan Skarsgård is in the sewer.
yeah, I was
like,
like,
I don't know what that's about.
Baron Harkonnen?
Yeah, like I don't know what that was all about.
They just had the asset from Dune, and they just like copy,
Yeah.
A little large
copy
tyrant
pasted
down
it.
there.
Bizarre.
That was very strange.
One last thing before we move on. Speaking of video game adaptations, and you're talking about directors taking a swing, Pete Berg has made some incredible films and shows over the years, and he is now attached to Call of Duty.
Right?
Did you hear his quote that has been unearthed from a decade ago?
No.
Oh, this is fun. Pete Berg once asked for his take on war video games like Call of Duty and stuff, because in 2014 they were absolutely just the
Yeah.
hotness.
The height.
Quote, I think it's pathetic. I think anyone that sits around playing video games for 4 hours, it's weak. This is the man now directing the Call of Duty adaptation.
Oh, yeah, we heard-
Also,
yeah,
4
yeah.
hours is nothing.
So the fact that Zach is like a diehard Resident Evil fan
Yeah,
and has
yeah.
spoken in detail about it is
Yeah.
just like already a win.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I
So,
came into this white hot, like negative, but no, I'm hopeful for this. And like, it's a tease. The trailers say tease.
Yeah.
To me, it's like anything over a minute is that's a trailer.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know why they're
trailers
calling it
shouldn't be
tease.
3 minutes long.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's funny that now teasers are a minute and a half, whereas
Yeah.
trailers used to be a minute and a half.
I'm glad it didn't give too much away because again, I have a zero tolerance policy for horror movie trailers. I don't do it. They manipulate you.
Did you see the Hokum trailer?
They market
It
themselves.
scared
They market themselves as a different movie more often than not.
Yeah.
And they give away all of the biggest scares and monsters in the trailer. So
Hokum looks scary.
I avoid.
Are you
I
going to
full-
see Hokum?
If I have time, I'm so behind. I did see the drama, and I fucking
that?
loved it with Zendaya and Pattinson.
No, I know what it is. I said, how's that?
Oh, it's amazing.
We need to shoot
so great.
reaction.
I wanna
We
talk
skipped
about-
the entirety of April.
I want to talk about the drama.
Okay.
It's the Rachel getting married of 2026.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yes. Alrighty. We got more to come, but if you've been enjoying the show so far, please take a second to like, subscribe, jump in with us, Easy Allies. Talking about games, talking about movies, talking about it all, talking about what is going on. If you want to sponsor this podcast and put your name right here in this space, get in touch at info@easyallies.com and we'll give you all the details. And if you are a patron of Easy Allies, thank you. We love you.
Tanks.
Yeah. Alrighty, Damiani, you had the honor to check out the Final Fantasy Fan Fest. Always fun going to a fest. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So this was held in Anaheim, California. Same place as BlizzCon.
Hell yeah.
Not as big
It's a good
as
venue.
BlizzCon. But yeah, I love that venue. It's where I went to the first ever convention was at the Anaheim Convention Center
Sick.
for Anime Expo in like 2006, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah, somewhere around that. So 20 years ago.
Very cool.
I hadn't been here in a while. It was nice. This is the second time I've gone to Fan Fest. Last time, 2023 in Vegas. That one didn't go so well. I had some like issues, the weather and everything. Basically, we've been invited to Fan Fest like since the first one. They've been doing it since 2014, which is also in Vegas. Way back when we were at Game Trailers, we got an invite. But like, I just didn't want. Like, it was always at a bad time. They're always in the fall, right before all our games were coming out at Game Trailers. So, it was just like too busy of a review season to go. But finally, last one I went to was hot as shit. It had some like problems with this. This one, it's a 2-day event, has like a keynote. They announced a new expansion. They have panels, they have activities, they have cosplay. It was much better. Was the venue set up like much better seating and layout, sorry. Had a really great time. The only downside is like you've been to BlizzCon before. They had no game stations at this. Last time they at least had some stations set up for doing like a battle challenge to fight one of the trials. They didn't even have that this time. It was basically just like all the activities were like carnival games or photo ops of like statues of the characters from the game, which did have long lines. There was like one dance mini game.
Was there any live action Queen's Blood?
They to be fair, like there's some stuff they showed off in later in the show. They could have stations for that. I'll get to it later. They showed off a new thing. They could have just had stations for people to play like 10 minutes of that, and that would have been like fucking awesome for most people.
Yeah.
But yeah, had a blast. I got to meet up with a raid member that I raid with, who I first met at last Fan Fest. I also got to meet another one who I'd never met in person before. I got to meet Brian Ricardo, aka the Prince of PvP. He does commentary for their PvP tournament they do at those, the Crystalline Conflict Regional Championships, as well as one of the other creators, Frosty. Got to meet like some other like in-game friends. Like, was it like a friend named Miu who plays PvP with me?
So
I met with an old friend named Erin. She works for Nova Crystallis. We played 14 in the past. Like, basically, this is one of the few opportunities I get to meet like some people that I otherwise don't see. So it's like every 2-3 years. So it was really awesome. Also, few people from EZA were there and like recognized me from EZA, not 14. They're just like, oh, we know you play 14, but like we know you because of Easy Ally.
That's so fun.
It's really awesome for the few. It was only like 3 or 4 groups, people that did that. But it was still really nice to see that. So like, really good time for the event. The announcement itself. So like they had the keynote, the new expansion was revealed. It's called Evercold. And it comes out in January of next year, which is like way earlier than people thought. People thought it was going to come out like summer next year, like late spring. No, it's coming out in January. And people like lost their mind because they're like, that's a big deal because the last patch just dropped today. And then there's smaller updates, but it would be like 9 months to that versus like maybe over a year. So that's a good thing. The concept of it, as you're seeing in the trailer right now, we're going to another realm, another dimension, the fourth. Real quick, 14 was originally like a single planet. I'm really simplifying this. And then something happened, and it was split into multiple realities. So this is a different reality we're going to. It's a world that's been devastated by this like permafrost and ice storm that's ravaged the surface. So everyone had to flee into the sky. So they all live in like the sky. Sounds a little bit like Skyward Sword a little bit. Norse influence, God of War shit, Ragnarok. It absolutely is that theme, Huber.
But wait,
vibes. Go ahead, dude.
Does that excite you? Another dimension, multiverse type deal? Okay.
Because that's the larger theme. I don't want to get into like deep lore shit, but like one of the things, the taglines about this is that you're going to be reuniting all the realities back into one. It's instructing you to do that. That's like a big deal. Okay. It's like, wait.
That's
and in the most recent patch they just dropped this week, which I thankfully got to play through the story stuff because they were telling everyone to do it. They give you the context behind that in this week's new story stuff. This is like high ass stakes shit, man. Like I can't say anything because it just came out this week. I don't want people to be spoiled, and they were worried about this at the keynote. But like they've set up the next saga. So the first one was like a 10-year saga, Huber.
Yeah.
That we just resolved in Endwalker like an expansion ago. Yeah. This is the next saga. Like this is what Marvel's been trying to do and just can't do. Saga. This is the Godless Realms saga.
Godless Realms.
Like so fucking epic. I was like, what the hell is this? It's like, dude. It's like throwing out epic names left and right.
It's like realm, dude,
and like it's got good stuff going for it, Huber. Like the imagery looks sick. It had Heaven's Ward and Shadowbringers vibes.
Sick,
like the Heaven's Ward, like snow, icy thing, going to another realm, which Shadowbringers was that. They're taking like the best. I feel like their two best expansions, and kind of like we need to do that after a little bit of like what happened in Dawn Trail. 2 new jobs coming as well. They revealed one's going to be a tank and one will be a physical range DPS.
Do we know what they are?
They will be 2 original jobs that are not based on previous Final Fantasy jobs.
Cool.
And the tank apparently is either like a dual mace or like hammer wield or like some kind of like or double shield wielder. Sick. It's like some dual wielding like flat weapon, broad. Yeah. Sick. So who knows what it is? So yeah, I'm very like, okay, so about the expansion reveal, very optimistic. Especially after what I saw in the story this week about what the stakes are going to be. I mean, like we're going to be like world hopping, as you said, Huber. I think a lot of people are cool with that and are ready for that. My question is, why didn't this happen after Endwalker? Like Dawn Trail, it had great content. I think the narrative, a lot of people are going to come after it now, saying like that was a filler arc, guys. Like what was that all about? Which is unfortunate. But as I said, they revealed a ton of stuff in here.
But I remember the Dawn Trail filler arc was welcomed as a filler arc. So, yeah, where everybody just got to like kind of chill out and just...
Yeah, like you have to like to be honest, like it needed to like... Yeah. And honestly, the patches I'm talking about are still technically Dawn Trail patches. Like they are, the one I dropped today is like huge. It's like, this week. It builds up. So like, I think... there'll need to be a reevaluation at some point where people have cooler heads, but it's been a very fucking like weird time with Dawn Trail, honestly. But for Evercold, yeah, they talked a lot about the content specific to Evercold. We don't really need to get into it, except for the fact that they revealed a new tribe, the one of the main new like races that are going to be in this world. Fucking cats. They have a cat tribe, and they called their home the Kitty Village, baby. And they're like, okay. I was like, all right, Max Pander now. They're hitting all the panic buttons right now, busting out the cat tribe. And I was like,
am I supposed to show that image now?
Yeah, you can show that image now. It is a cat with a beard.
Oh my god.
A bearded cat.
Oh my god, it's adorable.
Like this thing is like amazing.
It looks,
and they have their own little village.
It looks like a palico, but also it looks like it has its own identity, which is fucking cool.
Yep.
Yes.
So a lot of good things to look forward to, but that was all they had for like the expansion in terms of unique new content for like what's coming. They spent more time talking about how 14 is going to be changing starting with 8.0 and actually before it. They talked about how the game has just been like in a steady pattern. It's been the same for 10 to 13 years. And while, they're experiencing growth and it's remained largely unchanged, change is needed. It was like, some people need to hear, like, this speech he gave was like, a lot of people need to hear this speech, I feel like. And so they're blowing up a lot of things. For example, dailies are going bye-bye. They're going to a weekly system. So, like, you only have to worry about and you can complete at the end of the week. And they're actually looking into a way, even if you miss a week, you can make it up
Dailies
later.
Are a cancer in every single video game. They're like, abolish dailies. Abolish dailies. Abolish them all.
Yeah, they had this screenshot, the one that was next to the cat image. You can bring that up now if you want. It kind of like was a what the F moment, because like, what am I looking at? Like, this is like the new screen. It's going to be like your character progression screen. Like, it looks modernized. The current one looks like it was like made in Windows 98 or something. It looks so like archaic. It's like, okay, this looks a little bit more modern. But to be fair, all this is placeholder shit. So like, we don't really need to get into the nuts and bolts about this, because even what they put up there is not technically finalized. But the big things is that they have these missions that are going to be you can do, and they're going to be things that like they're copy pasted what already exists. But I have a feeling they're going to be a little bit different. They're not just be like queue up for a dungeon. They might be like goals and shit. Like you think in Fortnite, like battle pass shit, but not battle pass stuff.
Yeah,
that ties into your character progression to unlock gear and get rewards. And doing that and feeling more satisfying. We need to see more about this, but honestly, it looks really promising.
Cool.
And
cool.
It gives me some like hope that they're like breaking that wheel. Gearing. You see gear on here. Gearing, you're still gonna have to level up your jobs.
I love her little fascinator and her little quarter skirt. It's neat.
It is cool.
Character customization, Isla, they want to go even deeper on that. We'll get into that in just a second. Ooh. But even this screen, they want you to be able to customize shit how you look on this like screen. Because the normal one, you're just like sitting there like a not T-pose, but they're like blank faced in your current version of this. And they want to they have all these cool ideas, I feel like, that are going to like spice that up a little bit. Gearing has been one of the biggest complaints about this game for for forever. So you still have to gear and level up a single job, but they're going to introduce a system where your highest gear level for a single job, you can copy that gear level to all your other jobs and just like have at it. So you don't need to gear up all 21 and soon to be 23 jobs anymore. Gear up one job, you can just all their jobs are geared, you're good to go. The materia system, they said that we're still trying to figure that out because materia has specific stats that are unique to certain roles. But this is a really good thing because the gear system is like a pain in the ass to like try and get a bunch of jobs to have appropriate gear to jump into content.
I get that.
You look like you have a question or something, Huber.
I grew up with MMOs, and the early days of MMOs were all about the grind, and it was all about earning that stuff with your time. And I feel like the death of World of Warcraft was when they stopped having content to aspire to, when it became easier, when you could just queue up with everybody, when they made leveling easier, gear easier. They made it so much more easy and accessible. And that's really nice in one way because you can like experiment and play more. But for an MMO, my personal taste is I want everything to be unique to my player versus everyone else. I want to work hard and show off my gear and like, you know, leveling up in an MMO is like, it matters the most, you know? It's so rewarding.
Shiny weapons and stuff like that stuff. The look of the weapons is not what you're copying. You're just copying the stats basically, so that you can go in and do content without being locked out of it because you have to this character has shit gear. It's gonna how long I have to grind to that. That's not going away as far as we know. There's still gonna be like shiny things that you could show off that show like you've accomplished this, and like they have other things they're gonna be adding in as well, and like the customization thing. So all gear going forward, Huber. They're gonna have an option to toggle off parts of your gear. That's nice. So like you have a belt you don't like on a gear or a pouch or like a shoulder strap, you can toggle those off and you can like make gear. You can like they're starting with like simple stuff, but they're gonna evolve that. Character creators getting completely getting overhauled with new stuff at their QA for the public QA. He got bullied. Yoshi got bullied into conceding. They're going to ask about a butt slider. This is like one of the things. He was like really annoyed, but everyone was asking for it.
Do we have B-roll for this?
Oh my
There's
God.
no beer. It was during the panel. There's no butt slider footage, but like you can see him making faces. He like makes this point. He has a meme where he's like pointing back at the screen, like, "What is this?" Like he like the butt slider because this is butt slider, and he goes, "That's not a question." Because it's supposed to be a Q&A panel. He was like losing his mind. It was pretty funny. But like battle skins, they want to. You can somehow earn custom battle skins that you could like replace actions. Like so, you could change the animation of certain actions, like an attack animation. You could customize your attack animations. You could customize your teleport. They want to like give more uniqueness to your character so that you don't look the same, or even when you're fighting alongside other people who are the same job.
That's key.
And yeah, it's increased expression.
Yeah,
and even like content, Huber.
In an MMO, you want to be unique.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Content, they promised they're like looking at all the content are going to be like overhauling it. The biggest announcement they made is the 8-person raids are like their bread and butter each even patch. There's a story mode and a savage mode. They're gonna put it. It's WoW. They're putting in a difficulty in the middle, so it's like whatever heroic and mythic. They're literally just copying that because they said 80% of people do the story mode, 20% of people do savage. They're trying to hit that sweet spot. So this is excellent for that casual to mid-core kind of step for the player base. And then they're looking at like a lot of other like content, how they can overhaul it, especially overworld content, because people are complaining. You make these beautiful zones. We barely do anything in them anymore. And they're like, we heard you. We have like, they have 3 Fan Fest, Huber. They're like, we got more at the next 2. Like, just stay tuned.
Just the zones and exploring and how you interact with each zone.
Exactly, Huber.
That's good.
My biggest thing, personal thing, the data center announcement. So basically, if you play on NA now, doesn't matter where you play on NA, you're going to be able to matchmake with everybody. Doesn't matter what world you're on. Doesn't matter what data center you're on. We're all of NA is going to start playing together, whether it's you queue up into an instance or you make like a party finder to recruit people. All one. Like, this had to freaking happen. This was so bad, this situation. Like, people were trying to visit like one like data center because everyone was congregating there.
Yeah.
You're getting locked out. It was getting congested, overcrowded. It was like even today, it's Aether. Everyone wants to go over to Aether in NA. It's like, not only is it locked out, if you manage to get over there, if you're not natively from there, it won't let you log in either. It's like, oh my God, this is so bad.
Yeah.
So this is a big deal.
So it seems like they've addressed a number of the main community concerns.
Yes, they have. At least they're saying things that are making people believers that they're changing things up. We still need to see some follow through. And the last like content thing, they said the combat system, Huber. This is probably like the real biggest announcement they made.
Changing combat?
So they're keeping the current combat system will remain in place for now through this expansion, and they're dubbing it the Reborn system after a Realm Reborn.
Yeah.
Because it's the combat system that was introduced in a Realm Reborn. It's your same skills, they still do the same thing, so you don't have to freak out. But going forward, starting with the 2 new jobs in Evercold, they are going to be part of a new combat system called Evolved. And all the existing jobs will have an Evolved mode. And so initially it was confusing as shit. Like, no one understood what the hell he was talking about. They had to do a 2-hour dev panel. But they knew where they had the creator of this, Hikaru Tamaki, came out. And he explained this system and showcased it gameplay-wise. He showed 4 different jobs and how it's going to work. And honestly, the goal of this is to like simplify inputs where like maybe a single button will do something different in different contexts. For example, he did like Paladin, where he's like, if you're close enough, it's going to stun an enemy, this button. But if you're far away, it'll do like your shield lob, like a toss or something like that. Okay. But it's still one button. Or one button, if you target an ally, it's going to heal them. But if you target the enemy, it does a magic spell on them. So you don't have to like break it off into 2 buttons. And it's like that. But also job identity. The thing that was most exciting about that was that all the jobs looked like they actually like belonged to that job and felt like Dragoon looked like a Dragoon. They were jumping and shit, and they actually copied the PvP limit break where they just jump up off the screen for 3 seconds.
Sick.
And like you see this giant like pillar of light, and they come slamming down and do massive damage.
Hell
it's
yeah.
like, and they can move during it too. So yes, there's a lot of like, we wait and see about this, but holy shit, they are like blowing up this toolkit, and it really does feel like this expansion's the training wheels for it. They're going to get feedback, they're going to refine it, but eventually it feels like they're going to push everybody, more than likely, to go to this new system.
Wow.
And honestly, this has me very excited because, one, the guy who made this made the current PvP toolkit, which I like swear on my life has like the best job identity this game has ever seen.
We trust you.
And this is like a spiritual, like upgraded version of it.
Yeah.
I only play White Mage and Scholar anymore when I even play 14 in PvE because I don't like PvE combat anymore or like how it plays. I'm like rejuvenated after seeing this. I'm like, if they pull this off, thank you. And like this is gonna be so good, I think, for new players coming in too.
Yeah. You sound so optimistic and so hyped.
Yeah.
Does the broader 14 community feel the same as you? Are people excited?
So there's like a lot of like it seems like universally people are happy they delivered on we're trying something radical. A lot of people are like, I need to see more. They showed off 4 jobs, like, hey, they showed off a tank, a healer, Dragoon physical melee DPS and a physical range. People are like, can I see another tank to compare? Like it's not enough. It's like we need more information, I feel like, and even I do too. What they showed has promise, but I think it needs more information. There's a few other things they introduced. Well, we don't need to get into because it's like really like, you know, getting into like the weeds of Final Fantasy 14 that they're going to be implementing. But I think on a surface level, this is very exciting. And as long as the other jobs look and feel like this, and importantly, this is what I was saying earlier, they should have had something like this playable, like demo stations to try out the new Dragoon just on a training dummy. We just need to know how it feels to actually play this as well. It looks good to me. How is it actually going to play when you have it in your hands is the big question as well.
Awesome, Damiani.
Oh, hi, kitty. Oh, you're excited about the cat expansion, aren't you? They had a few really big announcements for this because it's a keynote.
Such as
Final Fantasy XIV is coming to Switch 2 in August.
Whoa.
Their CEO came out, said it's coming out this August. It's going to have a month free to trial period. We could try it for free.
We love that.
But Nintendo greed struck again.
Oh, no.
It requires its own separate subscription.
No.
You have to pay another subscription for this. Not to Nintendo, but you have to, this is Nintendo mandated this. Square Enix made it clear Nintendo mandated this.
Threw him under the bus.
Negotiations.
I like this.
But if you pay, so everyone's blaming Nintendo for this.
As we should.
If you already have a subscription to any other version of 14, you get 50% off that sub fee. So there's like at least something. But it really feels like this is for people who own a Switch 2 who have never touched Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. Fair enough.
It'll be good. On the flip side, they didn't give a date for this, but they explained how even with the miracle workers at Sony, their Sony engineers, they're rapidly approaching end of life for PlayStation 4 version. They said probably in like maybe 2 years, it will just be physically impossible for that game to run on base PlayStation 4.
That makes sense.
So they're telling people to maybe go to a PS5 or a Switch 2 if they can.
Yeah. It's a bummer, but as long as the company gives the players a window, a 2 year
like a 2 year heads up. I know things are shit right now, but like maybe in 2 years.
Yeah.
Free trials expanding to Shadowbringers. They just keep giving you more. And then the final big, this was like, I don't even know if this is real life anymore.
Please say Queen's Blood.
No, Queen's... Hey, they haven't talked about Gold Saucer yet, Huber. That's probably next Fan Fest. Yeah. There's something big going down in Gold Saucer. There's so much shit, Huber. But the last thing, this gives me like... Okay, they have 24-person alliance raids in this game, which are more of like a casual content. They've done collabs with these. They did a Final Fantasy 12 collab. They did a Nier collab. They just finished the FF 11 one.
Didn't they have a Dragon Quest one a while ago?
That was not a raid, but that was a Fate thing. Those are seasonal things. These are like actual like dungeons you run with like stories and shit.
Cool.
This is gonna become Fortnite. The Alliance raids are just the Fortnite now because the next collaboration, you can throw this image on screen, Isla. This should be the last image. Evan fucking Gallon. They're doing an Evangelion. What? Like what?
In 14, that's cool.
In 14, like what?
That's cool.
I was like, okay. So his next expansion, if we do a pirate expansion, am I getting One Piece or some shit? Like sky is the limit now, dude. Like
the floodgates are open.
I like anime wins here. This is wild. Like I just was like, I thought I was getting pranked. I was like, this can't like they're gonna like rip off like, oh, it's a chair or something. It's not really the Alliance raid. Like it's some merch or some shit. But
a chair is such a perfect call out.
I was like, oh my, like. I mean, it's gonna be a copyright nightmare, like for anyone like playing, like streaming this. But this is specifically why they told people to be careful about reacting to this on YouTube because they use Evangelion music. So it's like, oh god.
Did they show any of that content or just
no? They said they're still working on things. They said later on, maybe like there's the EU Fan Fest is next in July. End of October is Tokyo, the last one. I would imagine by Tokyo, they'll have something to show us, like maybe concept image wise. And yeah, someone chat point out, Yoko Taro is working on Evangelion as well right now. So
there you go.
This could get real crazy. But as you can see, very excited. Like Dawn Trail was fun, and the Fan Fest was fun. But like, this is like. Yeah, I'll be honest. Like, I kind of was like 1 foot out the door with 14 before this. I'm like, I was looking at this Fan Fest and announcement, like, this better be awesome. They're gonna be like, they're gonna say like Final Fantasy 7 or some shit. Like, I don't know, like, get me hyped because we're kind of like, I don't know, it might be time to like move on. And then they did this, and I was like, oh, just, you know, the meme. Just when I thought I got out, they pull me back in.
Godfather Part 3.
Why you do this? So sorry for that being so long. Thank you for indulging me.
Damiani,
but like,
that was incredible. We all
yes.
feed,
Very awesome.
We all feed on when someone's hyped on a game. There's nothing better. Speaking of Final Fantasy VII.
Yes.
Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3, quote, proceeding on time and on schedule.
Let's go,
Please
baby.
look forward to it just a little longer.
Summer Game Fest, baby. Let's go. 1 month, baby. Let's do it.
Yes. So Final Fantasy is looking good right now.
Apparently Swordfish claims there is a butt slider clip.
Butt slider.
It's the guy just.
It's just an image of his. It's like actual clip of when he got asked about it. I get it.
The internet.
If chat wants to look at that,
the internet really cares about butts. You know, it's a big point. They care about their butts.
Yes, they do.
All right, Damiani, thank you so much, man. Now we're gonna segue into One Piece, bro. Where you at?
Real quick, another image. You want to throw I don't know if you got this image or you do. Throw this image up here. Chat's going to love this image because they've been asking about this damn thing forever.
Love that chicken at Popeyes.
Yeah, Huber giving you a little spoiler there.
Sorry.
There it is. The Luffy One Piece box.
Yo,
Troll, though,
sick.
I just got my blackened chicken tenders, but they threw it in that box because they were so awesome at Popeyes. They're like, I told them, like, yeah, I like One Piece and shit, but, like, I can't eat, like, that meal during the week and stuff. And they're like, oh, do you want us to put it in that box? We'll give you the box. I'm like, sick!
So cool.
So, like, at least got the box. Like, one side had, like, the Thousand Sunny on it. The other side had, like, Chopper and, Luffy, I believe, on there, like, being all excited about the food. Awesome. The box is awesome. Just want to show that.
It's a
One
very
Piece,
nice box.
still, I think I'm near the end of Dressrosa. I'll keep it brief. One sentence. I saw the next evolution.
Oh, shit.
Fourth gear.
Fourth gear, chat.
Fourth gear. Luffy unveiled out of nowhere. And I was like,
so this is
what
like, so fourth gear is like Super Saiyan 4.
He's in a fight of his life with this dude, man. Like that Doflamingo dude I was telling you about. It's an evil dude.
Yeah.
And it's an episode's about to end, and he's getting desperate, and he just says the words, like zooms in on his mouth, and he like goes, fourth gear, and he goes, to be continued. And I'm like, what? I was like, where's the next episode? Goofiest shit ever, but hilarious. Loved it.
Fuck yeah.
That's all I gotta say. We'll be back next week with something more substantial.
Hell yeah. Isla, what do you got?
Geez. I watched an episode of anime
Whoa.
of the Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Whoa.
Real cool.
Demons of the Shadow Realm.
The introduction is crazy. It had like the first episode. The less you know, the better. Just go. Don't see anything.
Okay.
I went in not knowing anything, but I will say that the first episode has about 12 subversions of expectations in about as many minutes.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
The manga debuted in 2021.
Yeah, it was cool. Also, I watched first episode of Paradise, which was cool. I didn't know anything about that either. Going into that without knowing anything was good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And
Nice.
what else? Sophia and I were watching a bunch of stuff. But yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and I'm excited about. Did you see this, Hubie? Did you see this?
What?
There's a new season of The Terror coming
What?
with Dan Stevens.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Our boy Dan Stevens, dude.
You could not be more hyped.
I know.
Holy shit.
My boy.
No
My boy
way.
Dan Stevens.
I was just thinking about him for some reason. I was like, where's he been? He was everywhere for a minute.
Yeah.
So there
he's
it is.
around. He's always showing up playing some weirdo. Yeah, it comes out in like May. It's like soon, I think.
Devil in Silver, it's called.
They get him. They like get him, and they put him in what looks like some kind of like wackadoo asylum, and shit
Cool.
looks crazy in there. It seems nuts.
Fucking cool.
Yeah.
Sorry. What was the anime you watched? Chet saying that's the new one from the creator of Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, that's
Like,
correct.
You had my interest. You had my attention. Now you have my piqued my interest.
It's good. Yeah, no, it's super cool. You should check it out. I can't remember the Japanese name right now, but it's I think Demons of the Shadow Realm.
What's the name of it? So I can
Demons of the Shadow Realm.
Demons of the Shadow Realm. Spelled
Realm.
like Damons though.
Yeah, probably.
Just kidding. Demons.
I think it's the Japanese name starts with a Y, but I don't remember. It's very cool. Yeah.
Fucking sick.
Thank you.
Nice.
What about you, Huber?
Not much. Kind of a slow week for me. I saw the drama though. I really liked it. I really liked that movie. It's good. Just a master
The drama
with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. Just a master class in acting. They're just so fun to watch.
You mean that guy's range is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Just really, really, really solid if you're looking for drama. Super good. Super good. I really enjoyed it. Alrighty. It is time for the patrons' top 10 boats. Number one is tennis boat.
It better be,
not.
right?
It's not.
Does that count?
Is that even a boat?
It's not. It's not. The patrons voted on the top 10 boats, and the Screaming Argonaut says the rules are for vehicles that transform, only boat mode would be considered.
Oh, okay.
Focus on the boat itself, not just how it's used.
Okay.
Animals that you ride on are not boats.
Okay, that's important.
Yes.
I think that's an important one that eliminates some right there.
There's a lot, so are there any quick guesses for said boats?
Did they count any of the like Sea of Thieves boats? Those the sloop, the brigandine, and the galleon. Those are cool.
That's number 13, the Vespertine. No, that's Sea of Stars. I lied.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that is.
The galleon, number 13 as well.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Nice. Boats, and they have to be like water boats, right?
Yeah.
Okay. King of Red Lions from the Wind Waker.
Ooh, Wind Waker.
Coral.
Yeah, no airships.
That Damiani is number 4.
Ooh.
Nailed it.
That'd be a little higher. All right.
I got a good one here that I want to shout out to number 13, Metal Gear Solid 4 Outer Haven.
That's an oil rig.
Yeah, apparently they're counting it. Yeah.
Isn't it?
Which Metal Gear?
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I was thinking of Big Shell.
Big Shell's 2. What's they have a few.
Yeah. Metal Gear.
Let's see. What about
Metal Gear Solid 2 USS Discovery is number 7.
Oh yeah, the first.
There it is. Number
beginning
7,
of the game, man.
Yeah. Should I run some down?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right. Mission number 48, Dead Last, is Boat from Mission Impossible on NES with 2 votes. I don't know who you two people are, but you are out of control. You are unhinged.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I don't know where these votes are coming from.
Wait, yeah.
You are psychotic.
Where are Obra Dinn and the Black Flag?
Obra Dinn and Black Flag are here. We will get to them.
Okay.
Tied for number 44, Hydro Thunder, A Hat in Time, and Ace Combat 7, and Sonic and All-Stars Racing. Number 43, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the RMS Titanic. Remember you got to play that in Zombies mode, I believe it was?
Oh. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't play that one.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Red Alert 2, number 36. A lot tied at 36 here. Red Alert 2, Uncharted 3, the C Word. Truly Uncharted 3, cruising for a bruisin'. One of the greatest action-adventure chapters in video game history when you are escaping the flooding boat.
Yeah.
It is fucking out of control. Skyward Sword, number 36, the Sand Ship, Damiani.
That's not okay. Yes, technically it is. The time crystal makes it water.
Mm-hmm. Grand Theft Auto Reefer, Close to the Sun, the Helios, Minecraft, Boat, Final Fantasy VIII, Balam Garden, boat form.
That's a boat? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't care. I haven't played. I'll never finish 8.
Wow. Wow.
It spoiled me, but I don't care.
35. Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, Isla, the bloated float. I don't even remember this. How about 29? A lot of ties here. Chrono Cross, the SS Invincible, Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Oh,
the Ship Shape Island.
Okay.
The Secret of Monkey Island, Sea Monkey. Diddy Kong Racing the Hovercraft.
Yes! They were so good.
Oh, what a pick.
Hovercraft.
What a pick.
Yeah.
Number 29, Resident Evil 4 Remake, The Boat in the Lake.
Sick.
Yep. The Black Skull in Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door.
Oh, yeah.
Last of Us Part 2, the title screen boat. Of course, you get to use that as Ellie later in the game. And I really love that narratively because when you're on that fucking boat, that is when you are going on your mission to do bad things, and just it is just heavy. It is just heavy. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Number 24. Also, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the Shinra 8.
Yep.
Yep.
Little Queen's Blood tournament on there.
Oh my god, the best part, dude. The best. Banjo-Kazooie, the Rusty Bucket. Animal Crossing, New Horizons, Cap'n Song's Boat. Number 22, Kingdom Hearts, The Highwind.
Oh, of course.
Number 22, also Final Fantasy 1 Boat.
Boat?
Just the one
There's
you
a
like
canoe.
used to like get across, right?
Yeah, okay, there's a boat. There's a boat. They have like everything in
Yeah.
that game.
All right, here is a massive list tied for 13. Sea of Stars, The Vespertine, shout out to Bloodworth. Super Mario 64, Sunken Ship in Jolly Roger Bay.
Yes.
You're like, explore that one, right? It's like, yeah.
So there's the thing on the top that like rocks, and then there's a thing underwater that you swim into.
Yeah.
And remember, you have to like fill it up. You hit the chest, and then the water starts rising. You get to the top.
So sick.
There's also like an eel in like that cove. Yeah, it's a good state. Oh, was it Dire Docks or was it? What was the stage?
Sunken Ship in Jolly Roger Bay.
Oh, Jolly Roger Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fallout 3,
Yeah.
Rivet City, Metal Gear Solid 4, Outer Haven. Return of the Obra Dinn, Isla.
Hell yeah.
Number 13, Sea
Whoa.
of Thieves, The Galleon. GoldenEye 007, The Frigate.
I was like, they're gonna say the frigate.
That's cool. I always appreciated that mission because I believe maybe you can correct. It's been a minute since I've gone through the campaign. Don't hurt me.
What's up?
But I believe it is one of the only, if not the only mission where you can get those dual machine guns.
Oh, those those
They're like
ones, it
big
feels like one of the
black. They look like
few.
big MP5s. They're like massive machine guns.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the only one,
yeah.
but it feels like you get it pretty easily.
Yeah, in that level.
Also love the like. Yeah, you're just you gotta be like your approach rescuing.
Yeah.
The civilians.
Totally, that's a good
Or the crew, I guess,
stage. Kingdom Hearts, Captain Hook Ship, and Spiritfarer the boat. Tied for 11, Resident Evil Revelations.
there
Number
you
1,
go.
Queen Zenobia, the cruise ship. Great environment. And Hades, Charon's boat.
Oh yeah.
All right, the top 10. Here we go. Any final guesses before I rattle them off? All righty. Tied for 9.
Wave Runner. That's not a boat, is it?
Tied for 9, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, the cruise ship.
Brutally
Hard level. I suck at that level for some reason.
Yep.
Mario Kart Double Dash, Daisy Cruiser.
Okay.
Number 7. God, it's fucking time for a replay. There's too many games. Half-Life 2 Airboat.
Oh.
There are only a handful of games in my life that I have said definitively are my favorite game of all time. And at one point, Half-Life 2 was that. Number 7, Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, the USS Discovery.
Okay. Yep.
Tied for 5, The Canoe in God of War and God of War Ragnarok.
Hell yeah.
Very
course.
inspired
It's a pretty
choice.
sick canoe, right?
Yeah. Also tied for 5, Final Fantasy 7, the Tiny Bronco boat form.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
All right. There are no ties left. So,
Or
the
nice.
number 4, Wind Waker, the King of Red Lions.
There you go.
Top 3. Number 3, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest, the Gangplank Galleon.
Of course. Interesting. I got so high.
Number 2, Pokemon, the SSN.
Of course.
Of course.
I'm actually surprised that's not 1.
That's because number 1
Oh, what is it?
is the Jackdaw from Black Flag.
Of course.
The number
when he said,
one
like, I was like,
boat.
I haven't heard the Black Flag one, have we? Yeah, there you go.
Really, really fair pick for number 1 because the entire video game is built around said ship. This is a pirate game, so you feel such an attachment to your ship. There's so much narrative about it. And throughout the entire game, you're leveling that thing up, and it feels so meaningful to level it up. There are
wait to
some
play it in the
brutal,
remake.
there are some tough ship challenges later in that game. If you're just like mainlining that game, ignoring the upgrades of your Jackdaw, you're gonna have some pretty hard time later on.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, definitely. I had to go to Grumbaum's house and beat one of the main ship missions for him back in the day because he just could not get through it. I will never forget that. All right, Chad, that is top 10 boats from our patrons. Thank you so much, as always, for voting and putting those lists together. They are so exciting. They're so exciting because we get to look back on the history of video games, and that is always fun. It's always a good way to spend time. We just cover, basically 48 games we just talked about. Next month's theme, nominations will be open on May 13th for We Better Call Brandon fucking Jones because it is
trailers?
live action video game trailers.
Oh, boy.
Whoa.
Yeah. Somebody call
Oh,
Jones.
dang. I have some I want to see in there for sure.
Somebody call him.
Oh, wow. This is going to be good.
Yeah.
Does it count if it's one of those 80s trailers where it's like a lot of footage of like a really stoked teenager playing
Absolutely.
an SNES? Does that count? 'Cause,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like, that's
like,
like
do
bread
those
and butter
count?
for
Yes.
Nintendo commercials.
Because
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
that Japanese A Link to the Past dance video, music video better be in there, chat.
I mean, chat makes the rules, so like,
Yeah.
is it disqualified if there's actual gameplay in the trailer? Who knows?
Great question. They'll let us know. Nominations will be open May 13th. Consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/easyallies to get into the Discord.
Screaming Argonaut in chat says, "I will count anything that has live action." Hell yeah!
Boom. Love
Nice.
that. I love
Good
that.
Shit.
We got to call Jones. I am going to make no promises because Brandon Jones is a hard man to get a hold of sometimes, but I will message that man and I will ask him to make his own top 5 of live action trailers. We'll try to get that as well, and we will reveal that with the patrons
bonus.
list
Nice.
as well. A little Jones. Can't confirm. Busy man. Doing things. Hard to track down, but I will try really hard.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many good Nintendo ones. Oh my
In fact, I'm gonna message him right now
I
so
was
you
just
know
gonna
I
say,
did
if
it.
you don't message him right now, I was gonna say, and the narrator cuts in. Huber forgot to do this.
I'm doing it right now. Right now. Boom.
Dude, there's like there's a live action like Smash Brothers commercial trailer. The So Happy Together one where they're in the costumes, they fight each other. There, you said like there's the Metroid one. There's a Wind Waker one. There's a live action Wind Waker commercial trailer thing where it's like shot all like looks like Lord of the Rings dark and shit. It's like Zelda narrating or something, or I think it's Zelda. There's also like there's weird ass ones.
Yeah, commercials, just like every commercial from the 80s and 90s for video games would have like a super stoked person.
Hell yeah.
Like with big eyes just going like, yeah!
Did you see the latest Nintendo magazine? Whoa, look at those graphics.
Radical!
Yeah.
The message has been sent to Jones. The ball is in his court.
Link's Awakening puppet commercial. Oh man, that one's good too.
I said no pressure. All right, it is time to talk about games, and we got a special one today. because I had the honor and the privilege of playing 3 hours of 007 first.
Oh, here we go.
Light.
Here we go. Finally.
Yo!
Finally, some actual impressions.
Yo!
All the speculation from trailers and footage and stuff. Now we have someone who's played it. Finally.
I've played it. I've played
Hell yeah.
2.5 missions of this game, and my initial thought is positive.
That's good to
Very
hear.
positive.
It's very good to hear.
Yes. So 007 First Light obviously is coming from IO Interactive, the makers of Hitman, of course, one of my all-time favorite franchises ever in the biz. So this to me is just a match made in heaven. When they announced that they were doing this game, I was so happy because I grew up with Bond. My neighbor worked at Blockbuster and had every single one on VHS. So I have seen every single James Bond movie multiple times throughout my life because they literally had them all, and I would just like go and borrow them and watch them all. One of my favorite video games of all time is 007 GoldenEye. Obviously, I'm not alone there. Speaking of Jones, he would agree there. Just one of the best. One of my most recent favorite Bond games actually was the Daniel Craig one, Bloodstone. A long forgotten gem. That game is sick. From Russia with Love, the Sean Connery one. There's been a lot of good Bond games over the years. But it's been a minute. So that's why this feels a little extra exciting, because the franchise kind of went away for a bit. It's like, we feel due for a Bond game. This is one of the most prolific franchises ever. There's 25, 26 odd movies and books and games. It is just like
it's going on longer than One Piece.
Yeah, for real, yeah. Just a massive and important franchise. And then, of course, from IO, coming off of the World of Assassination trilogy, they are arguably just in their prime. They've done other games as well. I think Freedom Fighters is one of their unsung gems.
Oh, yeah.
Mini Ninjas. Kane and Lynch, not so much, but it had a cool vibe once in a while here and there, but... for all intents and purposes, Hitman 3 came out in 2021, so they have been cooking on 007. And I really felt that right away. The production values of this game are off the charts. It is gorgeous. One of the first levels, you are in Iceland. And I'm not going to talk about the plot at all because we're under embargo. I don't want to get in trouble.
Okay.
So I'm going to be intentionally extremely vague about anything plot related. I'm just going to talk about the feel of the game and the vibes and the mechanics.
Good.
Yes. Right. So no spoilers. You're safe. Basically, though, you're in Iceland and you're trying to...
Is that this one?
What's up?
Is that this?
No.
Well, whatever.
It's okay. But yeah, the first level you're in Iceland, and this one is primarily a stealth mission because you're outnumbered as James Bond. So there are, I want to say there's 3 core pillars, maybe even 4 to this game. So let's talk about stealth. Stealth is like you would expect, you're crouching around, there's vision cones, you're covering behind boxes. There's this button where you can like do this little dash move. It's really funny. It's like this little crouch dash to like jump to cover. It was like, yeah, I was like spamming this move like too much. But it's like this really silly like, yeah, there it was.
Right there?
There it was. Yep, there it was.
Okay.
They kind of overdo it with like this little dash thing. But there's I think what really stood out to me is... one of my favorite things about Hitman is the level design and how you have these sandbox levels and there's so much freedom and they feel like real spaces. And I really immediately felt that in Bond. Now, I've already referenced Hitman multiple times and I don't want to do that because this game is its own thing. I think if people are going in expecting Hitman James Bond, they might be a little disappointed because it is different. There are shades of that, of course, but I feel like First Light is trying to have its own identity as well. Because in Hitman, the main example is if you get seen, it's like not as fun, right? In Hitman, when all hell breaks loose, when you're like the shooting mechanics in Hitman have never been great. They're fine, whatever. But it is primarily about like making somebody walk into a trap in Hitman and killing them and then leaving. Like that's that.
Hitman being undetected. Yeah, they penalize you for trying to do any kind of like aggressive combat stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. First Light, there are a lot of melee fights. There are a lot of showdowns, and my number one vibe here is Jason fucking Bourne.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember the Jason Bourne game on Xbox 360? That game was sick and underrated and swimming in sevens, and I love it to death. And that is what I was thinking about when I was playing this game, because the hand-to-hand combat is so fun. Holy shit. And it is deep. There are combos. There is parrying. There is dodging. There is grabbing. There is throwing. There is interacting with the environment in brutal, awesome ways. There is a mission where you are fighting in like a kitchen, and it is just straight out of Bourne Identity. It is literally the scene in Bourne Identity. You're slamming guys into the refrigerator. You're throwing like glasses at them and mugs, coffee pots, slamming them into the desk. Like, it is so fun getting in hand-to-hand combat in this game.
Yeah. Does it feel like intuitive to do all that?
Yes.
Because I know when they like have so many things you can interact with, like it could be like, crap, I'm like,
So a simple, Damiani, like one simple button will grab items to throw. That's it.
Okay.
You're near an item, you just push a button, you grab it, you throw it at the enemy. When you're out of bullets in a gun, your next shot will just throw the gun at them. Like, really? Bond is all about just like improving in the moment. And it felt really good. I just want to make sure everybody knows. I want to get that across. Like, the melee combat felt hard-hitting and crunchy and heavy and good. There's like the Arkham type takedown. When you do enough damage, you do the two buttons and you take them down.
Nice. Yes, love those.
Yeah, and just using the environment. It's just heavy and brutal.
I see.
And it was tricky. Like, the enemies are doing like fucking like kung fu style too. They'll like kick you a bunch of times, and you gotta like parry, like dodge out of the way, grab them, punch them, like throw something at them. Like it felt so amazing.
Got it. Is that what that yellow glowing light on the enemy was at points? Like,
yellow you can block and or parry. Red you have to dodge away from.
Got it. Yeah. Every game. Yeah.
And it was pretty tricky. Like, enemies will swarm you. They'll take you out. I was playing on normal. There's 3 difficulties. There's a story. There's the intended. And then there's like the hardcore. I was just playing on normal. And it was actually pretty intense when enemies like got around you. I was like, oh shit. Like, I died a couple times. So that's the melee combat in a nutshell. It's really fun. Definitely the highlight of the whole thing for me was the melee. The stealth. Yeah. The stealth is really good, but there are video game concessions, just like Hitman has, where, there's vision cones. There are points where, like, the enemy could clearly see you as you're doing your little shuffle across. They're like 5 feet away from you, and you're like shuffling in plain sight across, like,
but their heads just turn just enough so it's like
so there's that stuff, and I'm okay with that because it's in service of the fun and the mechanics. And James Bond movies are goofy and crazy as shit. Like, they're kind of out of control anyway. So that is something I think might be a little, people might talk about that, just kind of the stealth.
Sure. Like, I'm very curious with the stealth part of it. and I'm also trying to avoid like, you know, Hitman comparisons. It's like the gadgets and like how you utilize those to like accomplish your stealth, like whether it's like hacking or distracting or stuff like that.
So, you have the watch, Damiani.
Yes, of course.
You've got your watch. And the watch, you can, like, shoot a dart at the enemies, and that'll, like, mess them up. You can use it as a hacking tool, watchdog style, to kind of manipulate the environment. You know, maybe you'll turn a radio on from a distance. The enemies will go look at it. You can activate traps with it to like electrocute enemies and so forth. All of that is resource based, so you'll have to find like batteries throughout to recharge it. So you can't just spam the watch. You need to, you know, each move uses a certain amount of battery. I think it's like battery and chemicals. The dart was like a chemical. The laser was like a battery. So yeah, you can't spam it. There are classic vents around with locks, and you can use the laser on the lock, of course.
All right, nice.
Classic.
Okay, perfect. Just convenient.
Yeah. So I barely got to use the watch. I did use it. So the Iceland mission was stealth, and then the next mission was actually really intense because it is James Bond training mission. He's in like a thank you, Ala. Perfect. He's in like a you know,
Malta?
What is it? The
What?
not IMF, not MI6.
MI6?
MI6? Is Bond MI6? I always forget.
MI5
Bond's
or
MI6.
MI6?
Yeah, MI5, yeah. MI6, yeah, MI6,
MI6,
yeah, because of 5.
MI6, yeah.
Yes, thank you. It's like an MI6 training ground, and holy shit, dude. I was like, why is this so hard?
Oh, no.
I was like, this is crazy.
Hey, it's 00 training, man.
Dude, people around me were struggling too. Like people were like full fail state of this. This mission, you have to capture the flag at the top of an area.
Oh.
And you're supposed to go non-lethal. Like you know, you want to like stealth your way through. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna stealth my way. I'm gonna get up there and like totally unseen, silent assassin. Like, dude, multiple times I got seen. It was pretty tough. And again, there's classic stealth things. There's like long grass. There are stealth takedowns. So a lot of things you've seen before in stealth games. Nothing breaking the bank here.
Yeah.
But I do want to point
by
out
now they would trim that long grass and all these stealth games, these
Right.
enemy compounds.
Get a
It'd be like on
lawnmower.
the number one checkpoint.
Yeah.
Checklisting. Mow the grass and make sure there's no tall
Yep.
grass anywhere.
This mission was so understated because it's so unassuming, but my God, there were so many ways to go to get that flag. It was actually crazy. It does not seem like it. Like you are looking at this and you think you know exactly what this mission is. And I swear to you, I went through this thing 3 times and I was like, I don't know the route to do here. Like you need to think on your feet in a lot of these levels. Like it is crazy. So really cool level that really grew on me over time. I was like, that was actually pretty smart, pretty awesome. But stuff like that, you know, an enemy's right there.
Yeah, it is solid.
So,
The clip. Yeah, the little forgiveness
Yep.
of the line of sight.
Forgiving there is what it is for a stealth game. And then the main showpiece was the auction art house type level. And this is where we really got to be Bond. Bond is undercover, trying to finish a task. And this is when it was the most like Hitman because we needed to get to a restricted area and there were multiple ways to do so.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. You could pretend you were part of like a photo crew, like a journalist. You could bum rush the area and just like go in normally and try to sneak and fight your way in. You could pretend you're part of security and like steal a pass. So there were like multiple ways to go about it. One of the main mechanics that they've shown is like talking your way out of situations.
Okay.
This is one of the
Persuasion
things.
stuff?
Like if you're caught in a restricted area, they'll be like, "What are you doing here?" And then you're like, oh, sorry, I was looking for the bathroom, or I got turned around.
Your character just does it naturally, or
Yeah.
you have to choose a prompt? Sorry, I was misunderstanding.
There is, I believe, a prompt, but it just felt like really half-baked. I wasn't fully sold on
Okay.
this because I was just like, oh, sorry. And then, like, you leave the area, but then you can just, like, come back in. So I was, like, a little weird on the, like, persuasion, getting out of the situation part. Usually they would like walk up to me and be like, what are you doing here? Get out of here. And then I would just like punch him in the face.
Got it.
So I'm not fully sold on that, but I need to see that play out over time. I cannot fully judge it based on like one or two little instances. But I need to see more of that for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I really liked Bond in this game. That needs to be said.
Like the
The
voice actor?
character, yes.
Okay. Okay. I
Yes.
see.
He is a younger Bond. He has like a lot of quips, you know? Like
Okay,
I'm just going to
you
make one
should.
up. For example, like you throw a coffee pot at someone and he's like, "Would you like some more caffeine?" Or like, you know, just like weird shit like that, like kind of in excess. But he's got a really sensitive vibe. Obviously, we know Daniel Craig has like had that really tender but also hard ass vibe, and I feel like they have really captured the like tender, earnest element of James Bond here. He still has a little bit of cockiness, but the cockiness isn't like cockiness where I'm like, I'm Bond, I'm better. He has a cockiness that's like confidence where he's like, no, I'm gonna disobey orders to do the right thing. Like, fuck you. Like, no, like I'm doing this because it's the right thing to do, which I really liked. Like, I was so invested in Bond and what he was doing in his mission throughout this 3 hours. Like, very, very invested in the narrative of this game. Not going to talk about it at all, but extremely invested.
Sorry, this footage right now,
But
the
insane.
driving, whatever I'm looking at
Yeah.
right now.
So
Holy crap,
this
sorry.
I got to do this too. This vehicle part is like this big dump truck. It was fine. It was cool. It was on rails mostly. You're just kind of
Okay,
pushing forward.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty linear in that sense. And again, just going back to the sandbox element that could be compared
Yes.
to Hitman. Again, careful with those comparisons, everybody, because when you think of the Paris mission in Hitman, I mean, it is sprawling. It is massive. It feels like there's 100 things to do. It is way more focused in this game. It is way
All
way
right.
smaller, a little more like
Sounds good,
sectioned
honestly.
off too. Like, you know, it does feel like you're in kind of zones within the overall mission. It's not just
Okay.
like go into this big place and solve the mission and go in and get out. No, it's like, no, do this part of the level. Now you're in this part of the level.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
honestly.
So-
To have more narrative-driven elements, I feel like you got to have that.
Yeah.
You got to, something's got to give at some point.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, just really good characters. I'm invested. There's a lot of collectibles. There was like a card collectible thing you could get, and I'm hoping that there is like a baccarat or like a poker mini game or something, because that is huge for
course.
Bond, right? Bond's always playing some kind of gambling card
Where's
game.
the casino level here?
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
You know it's coming.
Yeah. And then of course there is gun combat. Lastly, gun combat.
Oh yeah, because some Bond games, legendary gun stuff. So
Yes.
how does this feel?
It felt good. It felt really powerful. You could feel the kill, which I love. Feel the kill. The only time you can use guns is when they are trying to kill you.
Oh, so the license to kill thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then
okay,
it'll
all
go
right.
straight up. It'll say, all right, you have a license to kill. It's like so
Nice.
intense. And it felt good. I mean, honestly, it gave me like fucking Remedy vibes a little bit. Just the way you're
like-
blasting around, things are exploding around you. You're constantly kind of moving around and covering because the enemies are flanking you. It did get a little ridiculous, but I did think back to specifically like Pierce Brosnan. I really thought of that a lot, of just like how many people Pierce Brosnan shoots in a James Bond movie gun battle, 20 guys are running in, and he's just like mowing them all
They all
down.
have the worst aim ever. Stormtroopers.
Yeah. So I think it really captured that element. And all of this adds up to just a really nice flowing Bond experience. Like, we are stealthing, we are melee combating, we are investigating and talking to people and exploring, we are driving, and we are shooting. Like, there's so many pillars of this game, and they all felt really solid and really great. And I came away from this just extremely optimistic. I was nervous. I was very cautiously optimistic about this, just from the things we had seen before. But when I left, I was pleased.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was pleased. And it's coming out soon. May 27th. This is coming out. So right around the corner. They were another thing kind of about the focus and the linearity of it.
Okay.
Compared to Hitman's, not meandering is the wrong word, but, Hitman's kind of just glacial pace sometimes. They hyped up forward momentum. Bond is quick on his feet, and I really felt that. You are always moving forward in this game.
Okay, I could see why
Always.
they would want that compared to Hitman,
Yes.
where it could feel like you are, as you said, meandering and a lot when you're kind of like trying to figure out a path forward.
Yes.
That seems like a good decision to make, honestly.
Yeah. So forward momentum, Bond is a force of nature. He is coming in and taking people out and getting the job done. So really loved it. Any questions from either of you about 007 First Light? I feel like both of you will enjoy this game.
Oh.
Yeah, I really do, Isla. The story was good, Isla. I'm
Nice.
serious. The story was like, we are in a Bond story here. Like, I'm invested. Yeah.
I'm very curious about like the villain,
Yeah,
because
which
Bond
I will
always
not
has to have
even
like,
say,
I know we don't say anything,
yeah,
but like
yeah.
even though they're ridiculous, like they always have like try to have like a memorable villain for you.
Yeah. So, really loved it. There it is. May 27th,
Nice.
everybody.
Good to hear.
Hope you're excited. And they also said, just like every kind of dev says when a game's coming out, not everything, but, they gave the whole launch is just the beginning. Like I imagine,
course.
one of the things I immediately imagine, this is unconfirmed, but I know this is going to happen. The MI training level, you're being timed.
Oh.
There's going to be leaderboards for that, 100%.
Oh.
100%. That's some online leaderboard
They get
written all over it.
If they have some money to throw around and can get some likeness rights, maybe they can throw in some classic Bond villains, is like,
Dude,
from,
Mads,
like
Lashif.
throwback missions. Yeah, throwback. You could do that.
Back missions, dude. Dude, I did not even think about that. Oh my god, the facility, dude.
Yeah.
GoldenEye, let's go.
But this is his first, so it'd have to be throw forward missions?
It'd be like,
Back in
what if
time,
mission,
but forward
funsy
in his
things.
ages?
Yeah.
Yes.
You'd have to get creative.
Like it's a training. No, it's a training simulator where they say it's like from past MI, because there's been the lore is supposed to be like there's been multiple 007s because
True.
they
Right.
get replaced. So it'd be like these are like some of like the greatest challenges 007 has faced.
Yeah, that's how you do it for sure.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm so optimistic. So now we wait and we see and we hope. We hope. All righty. Next up, changing gears a little bit. Really briefly, just played for about 90 minutes to 2 hours. It's finally out everywhere. inKONBINI. I've been so hyped.
Yep, this is for you, bro.
Oh, I've been so hyped about this game, and it is finally here, fully released. They themselves even said Shenmue was a big inspiration. The story of this game is you are working at your aunt's convenience store in Japan. There is only one language. They do speak in Japanese. You are in Japan. And the basic flow of the game is each day is like a level is like a shift. So
Okay.
yeah. So one of the first, the very first mission basically is like, okay, this is your first night on the job. You're working the night shift, so there's like a lot less
brutal.
customers.
Oh, I guess not as brutal. Yeah.
But wow, the vibes. It is so cozy. The very first level of this game is you're in the convenience store on a rainy night. And it's just like raining outside. You're stocking the shelves. Like, you have your supply room in the back, and then you can put that stuff on the shelves. And product placement is key. So there'll be like, cooking essentials. And
Okay.
sometimes things will not be where they're supposed to be because of the day shift. The day shift
Okay.
didn't do their side work. They effed us.
I got it.
If you work in
So
restaurants, you know what's up. They effed us.
Yeah.
The day shift just left, didn't do their side work, shit's all over the place.
Time to pick. Yep.
So you gotta like move things from different shelves.
Yep.
You also have to make sure things are facing forward. There's a lot of times where like products will be like backwards on the shelves.
Yeah, customers will put them back that way.
So like a customer, Damiani, one of the first missions, this is how I found out about it too. It's so smart. One of the customers came in and he's like, "Oh, I wish these products weren't turned around. The back of the box is so hard to read." And I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta like make sure it's straightened out." So yeah, it is totally a slice of life game where the entire premise and point is to talk and bond with the characters.
So slower pace than the Blockbuster game, right? That like, would you say?
I had
the video
strong vibes from, what is it called?
Retro Rental?
Retro Rewind.
Rewind. Geez.
Retro Rewind, also one of the GOATys. Absolutely one of the best games of the year, Retro Rewind. I was thinking about Retro Rewind.
Okay.
So Retro Rewind has a little more of the management side, for sure.
Okay.
Yes. The management mechanics of this are basically stock the shelves and make sure things are in the right place.
Okay, so you don't have to like order inventory.
You don't have to order things. You don't have to adjust prices.
You don't have to go into the alleys.
You don't have to go in the back alleys with shady dealers. Like, you just make sure the shelves are stocked and products are where they need to be.
Vibes.
Yeah. So like, and it's just so wholesome. Like, one of the first customers comes in and he has a history with your aunt and you're talking and he's like, "Nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Oh, I've just been really out of it lately. I've hit a rough patch in life, like bad, when it rains it pours. I've just had a lot of bad luck." And your character is just, you have dialogue choices and your character can just be like, every day's a new day. You got to be hopeful. Like, if there's anything I can do to make you feel better, let me know. And he's just like, "Oh, just talking to you has already cheered me up and lifted my spirits." Like, it's just a really nice, heartfelt, wholesome game. Then there's a little like gotcha machine outside. You can get little figurines. You can like organize the
Toriyama's inspired designs.
Yeah, you can organize like the back room, and then when they close out, when they pay out, you have to manage the cash register. You pick your change. That's like Retro Rewind, like identically. Yeah, you just like pick how much change they need. You have to scan the products, which is cool. You have to like manipulate them, move them over, scan them. And then you'll get little like side missions from the day shift. They'll leave like sticky notes around. And that's kind of the carrot of like, "Oh, okay, here's like a little bit of direction for what I need to do." So just a nice little indie slice of life game I recommend. inKONBINI, one store, many stories. Sick.
Nice.
All right, shifting gears from jolly vibes to exploding corpses.
Woo!
Diablo IV, Lord of Hatred.
Jeez.
Isla's played a bunch. I played like 2 total missions. I can chime in a little bit on the Warlock class and the initial vibe. But Isla,
yeah, I've been
how
playing.
are we feeling?
I've been playing.
Isla, my first question is
Yeah.
the most important question. Did you do this?
I have assumed the power gaming stance. Yeah, my arms have been behind my head for sure.
The Diablo stance, Isla.
The Diablo stance. Yeah, like Diablo is the prime game for that because like Diablo for me is like a relaxation tool. It's
Just
like a meditation, you know.
Yeah.
You play it on the hardest difficulty you can, and it still feels like you're kind of just like letting it wash over you.
Yeah.
So I assume like I just kind of like lay down, put my hands behind my head, switch my fucking Edge controller to Diablo mode so that the X button is one grip button and the square button is the other grip. And I just like squeeze my hands together and just like let things happen.
Hell yeah.
I'm rolling a warlock on this.
Same.
I'm level 21 or 22 or 20 or something right now. I'm a few missions into the new story. New area, new story stuff, new, not continent really, but new island, I guess, new region. Which is cool.
So
I've seen
nice.
I've heard people compare it to like Titan Quest kind of, and it has like
that is a great.
It does
comparison.
have that kind of visual vibe. It's more sunny out. It's kind of more like kind of piratey themed.
Great
like,
comparison.
You're fighting like sea dogs and stuff like these guys called sea dogs and like. But the story is doing some interesting stuff. I won't get too specific, but I mean the trailer is spoiling it right now. But yeah, it's neat. There's some cool. You're up against the Lord of Hatred himself.
Shout out to Lorath being front and center again.
Lorath,
Ralph
dude, still
Ineson.
kicking,
Let's go.
Ralph Ineson is back.
Yeah.
Doing the voice for that. It sounds like. But yeah, Mephisto or whatever the fuck his name is. He's back and he's out there. He's trying to get out there, trying to fuck up everything. And you gotta try to stop him. And it's cool because story wise, like the setup kind of is like this pilgrim for Akarat. And like there's a whole religion springing up around this guy. He's kind of pretending to be like a benevolent, like healer, like good guy. So he's kind of like deceived a bunch of people, which is kind of a cool setup for, the Lord of Hatred, because he's preaching love and peace and tolerance and like forgiveness and mercy.
It's so cool.
Like to all the people, but then, obviously doing the opposite of that. But yeah, the Warlock class is cool. I'm playing it mostly using Shadow and Abyss abilities. I can like shoot out like Hellraiser chains and like chain a bunch of enemies together and they get damaged over time from that. I'm shooting out like Doom vibes and hexing everybody. I put like a big hex thing on the ground. I'm summoning up like a giant eyeball on a spike out of the ground that like shoots laser beams at people. And what did I just unlocked an ultimate of like Terror Swarm, I think it's called. It's just like a big swarming mass of like screeching like ghouls that like fly around and like just rip people to shreds. It's marvelous. But yeah, they've kind of retooled how leveling up goes. They've retooled a lot of stuff. There's some later game, like end game stuff that I haven't gotten to yet, but I know it's in there about kind of combining. There's a tool that kind of lets you combine and do your own path. I think it might be called like Warpath or something, where you can sort of do a playlist of all of the game's content, like all of the game's end game content, which sounds like a good quality of life thing to keep the game relevant and like kind of tie all the kind of disparate parts of the world and game together, because it was getting a little unwieldy.
Yeah.
And I jumped in for the last update, that kind of jungly one. I don't even think I finished it.
Vessel of Hatred.
Vessel, yeah. And this one is holding my attention so far. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty sick.
Yeah, it feels like another good time to hop into Diablo 4 if you've been away for a while. That's how I engage with Diablo. And it's honestly just how I engage with any live service game now.
Yeah, just hop in.
Yeah.
Dip your toes.
Yeah, when there's some big, massive content drop or expansion, jump in, do it for a bit, dip out, see you when you get more.
Yeah. And Huber and I hope to stream this.
Absolutely.
Which will be fun. Yeah, and I should say, if you've beaten the main game, they have an option. It's even the recommended option. Like when I was choosing a seasonal character for this with my warlock, it was like recommended just start with the Lord of Hatred campaign, and it had a nice like recap, story recap up front, which was very helpful. Because I had forgotten some of the stuff. I was like, what is Narelle up to? What's she doing? Like
big Sam.
Yeah, but
it's really nice how they've done that with the seasons now. I've really embraced the seasonal element of Diablo, where you have your seasonal character, and each season you can earn specific seasonal things, but when the season is over, then that character becomes like eternal. You can still use them in general, but it's a really good incentive to roll a new character, and it's really nice that, like I was saying, when this expansion drops, you can hop into the expansion at level 1, which is
level
so nice.
0,
you can just,
yeah,
0. You can just make your brand new character and hop right in to the expansion content. I love that.
Yeah, and it's classic Diablo 4, where it's like I started out on hard and I have yet to die. Like I've not had any problems. Hard. Like I'm sort of like maybe I should have gone up one more even. I am not like Huber, where I put games on the hardest possible thing.
You're fucking good at Diablo.
Except Diablo.
Let that be
like
said.
Diablo is the one game where I want to play as the hardest thing. Like I like look forward to getting into Torment 15 and whatever.
Yeah. You're out of
just
control.
Because I find it interesting. It's like more you actually have to dodge and keep on your toes and stuff. Like, I mean, I do think that like the way they label them is just kind of like, you know, normal is easy, hard is normal, and you know, they're all just like Torment, 1 or 2 down from what they are. But like, yeah, it's cool. I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm like 5 hours, 6 hours in, so I don't know. You know, your mileage may vary.
Yeah,
but
the end game will be its own.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into that stuff yet, so yeah, I don't know. I'm into it, and I'm looking forward to playing more. But we'll see.
Big same. Big same. Cool, the Paladin is back. Haven't messed with the Paladin, but totally remember.
Yeah, that launched a little bit ago. If you pre-ordered this, I guess I haven't tried that one either. But
yeah,
Warlock is very my vibe.
Love the
Paladin
Warlock.
is not as much my vibe, but
yeah. So there it is. Diablo, it's back. It's nice that Diablo is in a good state. Obviously, we have a very different take than the Diablo influencers who live, breathe, and die in Torment 50. Like their take is going to be way different because they're so hardcore. They're looking for aspirational content. They're looking for end game stuff. They're looking for so much more than someone like me who's just like, I'm going to dive in and go through the story and see the story and, you know, maybe play a little end game and then probably dip out. So,
yeah.
Because I'm invested in the story. The story's good. Diablo's story's sick. Good lore. Isla, an oldie but a goodie, is back.
Newie. And now it's a newie.
Now it's a newie. Heroes of Might and Magic, Olden era, not Golden era. Olden era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please tell us about this because I loved Heroes of Might and Magic like 3 or 2.
Yeah. I can't remember which one I was like super gaga for as a teen. But dude,
this looks immediately
fucking
fun.
love this game. I love this.
Holy shit, this came out today.
Yeah, it's out right now. Early access, you know. But I've played a chunk of the campaign. I've played a chunk of a normal, just kind of quick play thing. And I've played a hot seat game with my friend, Jack. And this game is so good.
It's
I don't know.
Cozy.
I love it. I love it to pieces. It has depth, like surprising hidden depth. So if you don't know, Heroes of Might and Magic, you have a hero or 4 or 5, And you wander around this map, right? Collecting resources like gold and crystals and wood and ore and mercury and whatever. Alchemic dust.
Love alchemic dust.
Everybody loves alchemic dust. You gain experience by having battles, by finding things on the map that give you more experience, and your heroes can level up and get new abilities. And it's really neat. And then when you go into combat, it's tactical, kind of hex-based kind of a situation. And you have an army of people. Each little person represents stacks of that guy in your army. So, like, I like to play as the Grove people, like tree people and stuff like that, elves and whatever. And so, like, you could have a stack of, like, fawn archers, right? And so you could have, like, 30 of those, and then they have health bars as well. So if they take damage, you might lose members of that little group of army, or you might lose hit points or whatever. But you also have your hero, and if you're watching the B-roll, you can see up in the corner, the left corners here of this thing, those are the heroes in the thing.
I'm so obsessed with the heroes.
So that is you, basically. Similar to like Magic the Gathering or whatever. It's like you have your Planeswalker and your
Warcraft 3.
Yeah. And so heroes also have special abilities, like you have a spell book. So you can unlock the Mages Guild at the towns, and then whenever a hero goes to that town, they get all of the spells that you've unlocked from that town added to their spell book. So it's kind of a cool thing. On your turn, you manage each hero. You have them move around the map, pick up resources, that kind of thing. And you manage your town or towns by building new buildings, upgrading their facilities so you can recruit more guys, or, just generally making things better, making so you get more gold per day, et cetera, and unlocking more spells for your spell book that you can get whenever a hero goes back to town. But you do have to go back to the town to get all that stuff, to pick up your army members.
Of it,
Isla. It's beautiful. It looks really good. I really enjoy it. It's really fun.
Fuck yeah.
The vibes are fucking sick. And you can play it kind of casually or get super sweaty into the nitty-gritty details of like all the tiny little things about it.
Came out today. The reviews on Steam are very positive.
Yeah, people are really liking it.
It's also 25% off, $30 down from $40 for 2 weeks.
Hell yeah. It's I would say worth it. If you liked the old games, this is right back in there, baby. It was one of those things where because I've been playing this for like a month, and like I was like, I'm loving this. It's kind of the occupational hazard where you're never sure if you're crazy or not before things are out, where you're like, because there are some games where I'm like, this isn't my cup of tea, and then everyone loves it. And then other things where you're like, I think this is great, and then everyone gives it a 6 or whatever. Like it happens from time to time. But this one, I'm glad that other people seem to be loving it too. I don't know. I'm super gaga for this, everybody. So if you're into this kind of stuff, I'm really loving it.
I love that, Isla. It looks like early access is going to be about a year, which is not terrible.
They seem to have a good roadmap. They seem to have a plan. They seem to know exactly what they're doing.
This is something I would hop into early access for.
Well, that's the thing with all the different game modes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like you can, it's really full featured already. Like I said, I was playing Hot Seat with my friend. I haven't tried online multiplayer, obviously, because it wasn't out yet. But like now I can try it now that it's out. But like, it has, you can play games to completion in this early access release.
Awesome.
You can make a custom game. It has bunches of maps that you can try. Lots of different win conditions. It's kind of like Civ or one of those in that sense, where it's like you can play the campaign. There is a story that has like progression and stuff going on in it, but you can also just play a game. Play a match.
Nice little skirmish.
Start up your own. You can make your own ass map. I think like there's custom game like parameters. Like you can do all that kind of stuff. You can play a single hero mode. You can play multi-hero modes. You can do it all, baby. So like,
so awesome.
It's kind of an interesting early access where it's like, you can finish as many games of this as you want. You can play as much of it as you want. It's a fully, realized game. They're just polishing it and adding more stuff over time.
we love a prequel too. So if you've never played this franchise, you can just jump right in and not even be lost.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really totally. Obviously, it's been like a billion years. I have no remembrances of any of the lore.
Same.
But yeah, it works. It's great.
So cool. Developer Unfrozen. I'm not familiar with their work, but it seems like they freaking nailed this, Isla. That's so cool. My one of my best friends, my friend who I visit in Vegas once a year, this is like his favorite franchise. So right when you brought this up, I just immediately texted him that it's out. I doubt he even knows. He's gonna freak out. He's gonna freak out.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
I love that. It is time for Love and Respect. Love and respect.
Respect.
Let's get StarCraft 3 next. Let's get it. Let's do it. From Mr. Showtime. Hello, allies. This week, Helldivers 2 dropped another new war bond on April 28th, as well as a teaser trailer for a new biome coming in the near future. Phasmophobia posted that the character customization update is coming on May 5th.
Oh, nice.
Just 1 week away, as well as new animations for our ghost hunters. Both are games
They better keep the janky crouching, though. I think that's so fun.
I agree. Both are games I keep coming back to, especially for updates like these that bring new life to them. With all that said, my question is simple. Are there any games you regularly go back to, particularly when they drop a new update, to keep the experience fresh and interesting? Love and respect, Mr. Showtime. As we just said, Diablo is definitely one of them.
Yep. We talked about earlier, 14 as well, but to be expected.
Yep.
Phasmo is actually one of them. I'll hop in every year or two when like new stuff goes in.
Yeah. This has been the longest it's been since I've played Fortnite.
Wow.
I have not.
Really?
I truly have not played Fortnite in like 6 months. It's been a minute. Not even like one match. I logged in the other day to buy Stone Cold Steve Austin and immediately logged out.
Yeah, the last time I touched it was the Cowboy Bebop stuff, I think.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. That was last year.
But they just now...
Simpsons was last time. Sorry, Simpsons.
But I am intrigued to hop in because it's Star Wars time again in Fortnite, and that's always fun. You know, they throw lightsabers in there.
Star Wars.
They've got a lot of Star Wars stuff going, so I'm a little intrigued to hop back in, but... You know, I mean, Fortnite is easily one of the games that I have definitely kept up with the longest. In recent memory, of course, you know, obviously World of Warcraft I played for 10 plus years and whatnot, but yeah, Fortnite. Do you both just go into, like, return to a game when they have new, like, levels, characters, story, or if they, like, say they have just a big patch, is that something to get you back into a game, or do you need, like, full-on new content?
It depends on what's in the patch. Like, I feel like there's been an example, like maybe one of the early patches, like Final Fantasy 16, I think they did something before they actually did DLC. Mm-hmm. Made some like quality of life stuff that was like, but it was just to go and like check them out. I don't think it like, I think those types of patches don't significantly get me to play more unless it's like a live service game that I'm already like, you know, been on and off with. It's like, oh, I've been looking forward to something like this. Yeah. Usually it has to be like story content if it's like in that context, or like people point out in chat like Mario Kart, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe specifically, when they kept adding like, you know, the season pass stuff for the whatever the packs are. Yeah. Where you got like new courses, new racers, and then they would sometimes drop one for free for you. Like that was like pretty cool to like come back and check those out as well. Because yeah, I feel like it's got to be something substantial like that. Yeah. Unfortunately for me, yeah.
It's funny because I feel like, other than the exception of like a Fortnite or an MMO or something, I actually hop back into single player games more. You know how I always talk about replaying games? Like, yeah, I'm way more I get way more encouragement to like hop back into a single player game to replay it than to hop back into never ending multiplayer games that just go on and on and on forever and ever and ever and ever. It's like, no, I think I'd just rather, play The Witcher again or The Last of Us.
Yeah, that's another way to do it.
Yeah.
I would also say another good one is, remember, I used to say like DLC needs to come out within a certain amount of time, like, a few months to like 6 months, like when they're a year plus, it's like, that's like not good.
Yeah.
I've kind of finding myself like running into like a kind of a paradox with that situation, kind of contradicting what I said with, for example, like Death Stranding 2 on the beach PC version. Like it had extra quality of life. It's a single player game, but they added extra stuff. And I'm like, I already played that game like over like a year ago. It was like, last June. Like, and I'm interested in playing that. Or like when PC, I would say like when PC versions of single player games finally come out, if they take like long enough, I'm going back and playing more of those recently.
That's fun.
Because they have like some extra quality of life. They like, seeing them run on like a better machine is kind of like a nice little, perk. Totally. But also like there are quality of life mods that also exist too that are just like fun to install as well to try that out. So I would say like a PC release is another one. Great. Of a single player game is another thing that's like starting to hook me in lately.
Love that.
Yeah, since hooking my PC up to my TV to make my own Steam Deck basically or Steam machine, whatever. I've started doing like I've talked about doing this seamless co-op mod in Elden Ring. Like that's been really fun. Sometimes I'll just get the itch to jump back into an old game. Kind of the opposite of this has happened to me recently with Elite Dangerous. Yeah. Where like I wanted to just pop in and like fly around on my ships or whatever, and like it dumps me into like a on foot like combat tutorial. Yeah. And it almost like soured me. You're just like, ugh. I was like, I don't care. I don't want to do that. I just want to fly around. Like, but then, it was cool. But like, yeah.
Sick. Elite Dangerous hype.
Dude, Elite Dangerous. What the fuck?
So hardcore. My God.
It's great.
You're out of control. Elite Dangerous. All right. From Chris Airley.
Irely.
Yeah, you're right. Chris Irely. Yep. Hello, my fellow allies. Over the course of many years of gaming, we have all been introduced to a wide-ranging cast of characters from all sorts of developers and publishers. Some of these characters might have had a lasting impression with you that still sticks with you to this day. I'm wondering if you were able to make some of these fictional characters come to life, who would some of your ideal choices be to grab a bite to eat, maybe go out for drinks, maybe go on an adventure with, or just want to hang out and have a conversation with? Personally, some examples of characters that I would love to hang out with would be Alucard from Castlevania, the main cast from Final Fantasy VII, Dante from Devil May Cry, or even Spyro the Dragon. Dante. Curious to know who the allies would choose to hang with. Stay frosty, fellow allies. Chris Irely.
What a fun question.
Some pizza with Dante, man.
Pizza with Dante would be sick.
Yeah. A joke answer is Link, so I can finally hear him speak.
Yup.
Another joke answer is Knack.
Knack. Oh, my God. For me, honestly, it's Geralt.
Oh.
It's seriously Geralt. I think Geralt would be so fucking fun to grab a drink with, or just go like have a night on the town with Geralt, or even go on a crazy adventure. Like, I love Geralt so much.
Maybe I don't know why this came to me, but Ramza Beowulf from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Whoa.
Would be fun. Or Byleth from.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm just thinking of tactics games right now. Oh my God, yeah. All my Animal Crossing villagers. That's such a good answer.
That's so good.
Screaming Argonaut, or all my Pocopia gang. Like that would be really fun.
Like imagine being able to invite all of the Animal Crossing inhabitants to your house.
Yeah.
Like, please, my real house, come in.
It would be that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Geez, yeah. A lot of the games I'm like, I don't want to meet these guys.
Yeah,
like, I don't want to hang out with anyone from Silent Hill.
Yeah, I'm good.
I would like to meet I mean, I'm friends with the voice of Leon, but like I'd like to meet Leon and Claire and Jill and all those guys in real life.
They seem so distracted.
Yeah. Well, and also like, are we pulling them into the real world? Because then it's like, are we rescuing them?
True.
Kind of.
Yeah. I'd be really nervous to hang out with Joel. I wouldn't want to set him off.
Yeah, no.
You say one wrong thing and he's gonna snap.
It'd be cool to like bum around with Lara Croft, maybe. That'd be fun.
What about Commander Shepard?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, Hugh from Pragmata, dude. Hugh and Diana from Pragmata. Oh, I would hang out with them.
That's wholesome.
That would be so much fun.
That's so wholesome. All right, Chris. Thank you so much. That was a good one. And lastly, from G the Finger. Recently, I've noticed people talking about games in the past tense.
Oh.
In a way that feels off. Like, that game was so good, or that game was trash, as if the verdict got locked in near launch and never changed. One of my favorite things about art is how its perception ebbs and flows with time. This is why I revisit fucking everything in my fucking life, because it's constantly changing. Constantly. Movies that were groundbreaking can feel cliche decades later, and that shift is valid. But with games, we sometimes freeze their reputation at release, even though the audience, context, and expectations keep changing. As part of my job, I engage with lots of younger people. What's been interesting is seeing how they feel about older games. Not individually, but as a group. Their baseline opinions are completely different from what we remember as the consensus. Not even in obvious cases like Mass Effect 3 or Cyberpunk, where the games themselves changed, but just in how they're interpreted over time. Like Sonic 06 being regarded as one of the better games in the franchise because of what it tried to do, bugs and all. Or considering Souls games roll slop, made for self-serious single-player sweats and is looked on as old man games.
Whoa.
Shots fired. Shots are...
Okay, go play fucking Subway fucking servers,
more of this,
kids.
please.
What the fuck?
Wait, I want more of these, please. Please give me life.
Roll slop is so funny. It is so funny.
No more Souls like it's roll slop
Roll
games.
slop.
Let's.
My question is this. Who gets to define a game's legacy? Is it the people who were there, or the newer generation experiencing it with modern tendencies? And if those versions don't line up, is consensus even real? Or is it just whatever the loudest audience decides it is? Adoration and admiration. G the Finger.
This is a really interesting question.
Very
I mean, it gets into like, you know, not just death of the author, but like ownership from the audience. Because as soon as you put a piece of art out there, it doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to the people.
Belongs in a museum.
It belongs in a museum. Like I will say though, like how often have you heard, you know, stories or even been this person when you were younger, when you were just like, I don't know, that looks old. Like, oh, Godzilla, that's from the 50s. Like that can't be good. And then you watch it and you're like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah.
Like. Or any number of films, you know. I mean, it's easiest with films because it's like, you know, not so directly based on graphics and technology and whatever. And, you know, you can play them on anything. You don't need a modern system or whatever. But, you know, very frequently you'll see a younger person or someone, even us, like look back on something and be like, oh, that can't be good. And then you watch it and it is good. So they'll say that for that. Like, you know, some of these kids might try roll slop and love it.
Yeah.
On the other hand, like we just put on, we were talking about the old show Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
And I always think of it as the example of like one of the most of its time. It's like weaponized of its time. It was like such a razor thin period of time where that show was cool.
Yeah.
And then either side of it does not work.
Does not hold up.
It leans so heavily on texting and like it thinks texting is so cool, and like the way Sherlock behaves is like completely ridiculous and unacceptable by
Season
today's
1,
standards.
2010 for context.
Yeah, 2010.
Yep.
Like, also, like, The Departed is interesting in this regard because it's like, you know, people are T9 texting from their pockets, a thing we all did do. You know, but like that feels like an artifact of its time, and that's like interesting, you know? Whereas this is just like you see it and you're just like, ugh, you like cringe at everything. It's really interesting. I think that the good stuff stands the test of time, kind of no matter what.
Definitely.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Mario is still fucking sick. Like,
10 out of
Super
10,
Mario World
Yeah.
is still incredible.
Casablanca is still
Casablanca
a
is
10
still
out of
incredible.
10 movie. I think of
Wizard of Oz is great.
I think a recent example of a real shift on a game's perception is Assassin's Creed Unity. This is a game that came out where it came out with bugs, people discredited it, people hated it. This game got bombed to hell. It came out at a time when there was just an Assassin's Creed all the time, like franchise fatigue. And now it is beloved. The general consensus is it's one of the better Assassin's Creed games, and people adore it and love it. And I think that is so interesting that this piece of technology that should technically age is aging upwards. Like, it's aging better. And people love that game now. So that one sticks out to me for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely encounter those misunderstood
Yeah.
pieces of medium, you know, that at the time, like, critics will either, you know, say things about it, even like audiences will say something about it, and then it's like, let's re-examine it down the line. Someone will come back and re-examine it,
Yeah.
and then people look at that and be like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I think it's, you know, it's sometimes it's just like, unfortunately, it's just like, I think how everything like works with, like, you know, humans and attention spans, and like, you know, we especially like to the earlier thing about, they were saying like why the, you know, the discourse is locked in at like the like release so often
God,
now,
it's so
is because
annoying. Jesus.
at least in the realm of video games, but in so many other mediums, it's just a race to move on to the next thing, because that's the wheel. That is the wheel right now that everyone is on. And so if you're not there at the initial zeitgeist, you miss out, and it's time to move on, because all the content creators, all the influencers, all the fans are
They
like,
write the
next
narrative.
Yeah, they're like the next thing. This is old news, because they just want to keep consuming more and more, and going and getting their next fix. And unfortunately, the byproduct of that is that, yeah, things don't get properly evaluated. Like, it's, especially in something like any kind of like art form, it has to be reevaluated over time. And it's important to remember context, when it came out, and it's a product of its time. When it, you know, generation later, how does, I mean, I think the most rational thing is to go by like generations. And even if you're in an older generation, when a new generation's looking at it, you can reevaluate it at that time as well. Ultimately, like the darker view of this is like, eventually, like anything that we're observing now and like giving, you know, we review games, review movies and stuff. Eventually, we're all going to pass on, and then like there'll be hopefully people in the future who will, like, you know, they'll dictate what it is. You know, it's just how it's going to happen. Like, at that point, it's not really going to matter to us, but. It's the same thing. Like, it's the same thing with like history. I mean, you know, history gets written by victors, and then, you know, people try and go, like, you know, through various archaeology, through other like various forms of like science, try and go back and say like, is that actually true? You know, is that actually what happened? And, you know, and then present their evidence. Like, that's like the way more difficult version. I think it's going to happen with this. We're just like in the now right now, so like it's so abundant. But like, you know, go 100 years from now and like have people look at like the classic like NES and SNES games. Like, I'd love to see, you know, what that discourse is going to be like. Was like, you know, Super Mario World, do people from 100 years now really think it's that good? Did it hold up, you know? Or is it just like the people at the time said it was good, and like it's not? Yeah, it just changes as time goes on, because people change and values change in the world.
Well, I think there's also something to be said for the amount and speed at which things come out now, because like we're living in a period of history where like more media is coming out more quickly than maybe ever before, right? More games are coming out, more shows, more YouTube videos, more songs. You know, we've even got AI just generating garbage constantly now. Like we're going to be overwhelmed by it. You know, there's so much media
Cataclysmic wave of content.
Cataclysmic wave of content. And like, so I wonder if psychologically referring to things in the past tense or writing things off more easily is almost a defense mechanism, you know, to be like, oh, that was bad. I heard that was bad. So I don't have to worry about it. So I don't feel like I missed out on it because like there's literally just too much to keep up with.
Yeah,
you know?
Totally.
That's true. Also, for like, it's also just like, at least in English language, it's like a linguistic thing where, I feel like anyone, like most people, when something has like you've played a game, it has happened. You say that game was good, but the thing is, like English will tell you that game still exists. You don't say it was good; it is good because it's still there.
Yep.
And if like this is like might be slightly adjacent to like the point the person asking the question was trying to ask, but. That happens a lot where people like talk about things in the past tense when they're still around, but like sometimes that innocent mistake gets conflated with like the mentality of hearing that language in past tense. It kind of reinforces the notion this is truth. This has happened. It is done. It's locked in. You cannot change that anymore. A game launched. People said this about like Concord. Concord launched. It was a disaster. It got shut down. It was not a good game. I know, but that's like what's locked in, and it's like you cannot go back and reevaluate that moment. Though you could go back. Like it seems acceptable. Like you could go back and reevaluate Concord. Like in a few years, it might like watch it. It has resurgence. But it'll be like it was bad in the beginning, but like is that even true? Like, you know, because it's not, because it's objective. Everything for this is subjective. So it's just, you know, I think it also like ties in a lot to like, you know, English language, especially like how people speak about things, and it just gets normalized like that, which is why I feel like at least in our generation, like so many English teachers are screaming like, please use active. You don't use passive. Please, please, please. Because this might have been the bigger reason why. It's because like it reinforces that notion that like things, you know, what we're seeing happening now, where it could have been avoided if everyone just used, you know, spoke correctly, I guess.
I love that, Damiani. Shout out to the cultural reexamination of Speed Racer. I saw that at launch in the IMAX. It was, everybody hated it, and now it's beloved.
Go Speed Racer.
Shout out.
Nah.
Movie rips. The world just wasn't ready. The world's not ready for things sometimes.
Get it in now, because in 20 years, AI is just going to tell you everything you're supposed to think. Don't worry.
Oh my God. That's scary.
There won't even be a human part of it.
Speaking
anymore.
of Skynet, May 22nd, 35th anniversary, Terminator 2 Judgment Day in theaters. Get your tickets ready. 4 formats, 35, 70, 4K, and 3D just for Dawn. When they were deciding it, they were like, going to hold back on the 3D, but then they were like, oh, we'll do it for Dawn. We'll do
They
it.
should include the ride footage as a bonus segment you get to watch after. Because special showings do that sometimes. They show like extra footage. Should do that. Absolutely should do that.
Dude.
Make it happen.
By the way, before we get to this week's bets, Easy Allies patrons are getting 2 bonus love and respect questions. They are about RNG and gambling. So,
RNG.
yes, be ready for that. So if you want to get in on that extended cut, consider becoming a $5 patron at patreon.com/easyallies. We will give you the podcast 2 days early and ad-free. You get into the official Discord. You can submit questions to love and respect. And then if you want to be a producer, starting at $25, get your name added to the monthly podcast credits, which are read aloud by the one, the only Brandon Jones, who has not yet responded about top 5 live action trailers, but we're going to get him. We were going to get him. Our platinum producers get a shout out on this podcast each and every week. And this month's shout outs go to Jaboabs, El Thanis, Raymond Wheeler III, and Lizard Wizard 64. Shout out. Now come join us on Patreon for those bonus questions. Patreon.com/easyallies. All right. This week's bet. I didn't write it down. I wrote the bet down. I didn't write my bet down.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in here though. I'm gonna write it in the thing now, Isla.
I see that.
Okay.
Mine's written down next to you, so you can grab it.
Okay, great. I am gonna say that. Okay. All right. Mortal Kombat 2 releases on the 8th. One day after the podcast airs, but hopefully the embargo hits and there's reviews for it. I'm really banking on that because I really want a Mortal Kombat 2 bet.
There'll be reviews.
Because there's so much hype. I'm so hyped for this movie now. How many times will we see the word fatality on the top 10 Rotten Tomatoes reviews for Mortal Kombat 2? Damiani?
27.
27.
Whoa.
Holy shit. I said 7.
Oh, okay.
27.
Mine's there on that paper.
Isla says... Is that...
It's a 9.
A 9, yeah. I was like, is it a 6 or a 9?
The heart tells you. I write hearts around them.
Isla says 9. Alrighty. Last week's bet, inKONBINI, One Store, Many Stories, just came out. How many times will we see Shenmue in the reviews? I checked this morning, and I even checked right when the podcast started, and there were only 3 reviews. Like I said last week, there would not be a lot. Oh, there's 4 now.
Oh. Whoa.
There's 4. Bum, bum, bum. Should we check it?
I don't know about this.
Is this sketchy?
I'm gonna try it.
Only 3 are... Oh, wait. Yep, hold on. So, Checkpoint Gaming has 1. Steam Deck HQ, 0. Retcon Magazine, 0. This one is just added. Let's see. From Console Creatures, 0. So the bet remains.
It didn't matter.
The bet remains, yep. So there was 1 total, making the winners the wild card and Isla both. Said 1. They bullseyed it together. Damiani and Don were out. I said 4. But there was just 1 total. And I wrote we did not update the scores yet, so we're going to do that now. Do you want to do that, Isla?
What happened?
The scores. We got to just update them down there.
Yeah.
Great. Lock those in. That's going to bring Isla into a tie for 2nd place. The Capable Ideal with 6.
Hell yeah.
And wild card, the sexy undulating Hahomse's burrowing phoenix herd and Charizard's cavalcade has now leapfrogged Damiani with 2. Damiani is in the rear with the gear. Number 1. So there it is. Alrighty. Since Isla, you're the only winner / representative of the winners here. Do you have any promotions or closing shout-outs and final words?
You can do the promotions too if you had thought of any.
The promotions, yes. Tuesday. Holding.
We got a new fog machine if you missed that. We had a fog saga going on. We posted a few clips from that were a lot of fun. Don edited a really funny social clip for that. So shout out, thanks to the community for getting us that.
Hell yeah. It's actually going to be Thursday, the 7th of May. We will begin our Resident Evil full playthrough.
Whoa.
After the podcast.
Oh.
Nice.
Gabby will be joining in attendance. She has confirmed. And I'm thinking about doing it in 2 chunks.
Probably for the neighbor's sake, so you're not screaming at midnight.
And if if you've played Resident Evil Requiem, that would make sense to do it in 2 large chunks.
Are you playing it or is she?
I am
Oh,
playing.
okay. I was going to say, if she's playing it,
No.
it's going to take longer because the first run through is longer than, if you've done it.
So I will be playing the full playthrough. So that'll be Thursday, 1 week from today, May 7th, after the Easy Allies podcast. All right, Isla, you get to shout out to anything or anyone that's on your mind this week. You get the final word on anything you've disagreed with, want to reiterate, or just popped in your head. And you get to sign off with your trademark sign-off.
Shout out to the dreamers, man, to the artists, to anyone who still has hope. Yeah. But you don't need hope. Hope is a disease. So shout out to everybody, just everybody out there. Final word. I forgot to think of one. I don't think I disagreed with anything. So, thanks for everything.
Hell yeah.
All right. Good night and good game.
You got bullied. Yoshimi got bullied into conceding they're going to ask about a butt slider. This is like one of the things.
The Easy Allies would like to thank our Patreon podcast producers. We apologize in advance for all the ally names we are about to misspell and mispronounce. Jabawabs, L. Thanis, Lizard Wizard 64, Raymond Wheeler III, Alexander Zirianov, A Red Knight, Jay Shee, Jesper Popmel Dufay, 44 Stars, Andreas Risberg, Andri, Brandon White, Brian Kruger, Daniel Martinek, Faraz Rizvi, Garrett Holfish, G. Levin, Hayden Hargraves, Jesse Blue, Luis Ibarra, Miguel Rivas, Mo Grant, Paul Sway, Stomps, Stepan Hakobian, The Banana Forklift Killer, Tito Jobs, Chum Nguyen, Zigazich, Anish Dor, Aaron Haney, Alex Monaco, Anacroft, Anthony F., Anthrioni, Arthur Lau, Asbo Zapruder, Barry Tomasini, Brian Foster, Bunny Chen, C.S. Lewis, Chris Eccles, Christopher Santis, Clay Roberts, Cody Day, Connell Sumlin, Corey Jackson, Corey Landega, Crumb Eyes, Cyberboa, Dan Sebring, Daniel Kozlowski, Daniel Wong, Enya Hink, Eric Tobias, Forever Ender, Forrest, Gabriel Smith, Gino A. Escalante, Gustav Strombaum, Harrison Holt, Ian Anderson, Jesse Wilkeson, John McCullough, John Prey, Junya Motomura, Kai Yu Jensen, Carl Williams, Kevin Gillet, Kruva, Leon Keys, Mags Morato, Marco Hernandez, Materia Addict, Max Miller, Miguel, Nefertiti Jenkins, Nycrypt, Nick Hill Sharma, Ninja Kitty Meow, Ono Turtle, Oru Gachino, Patrick Held, Pixelated, Ray Aldiar, Richard Ma, Ritz 1906, Robert Seven Lee, Robin, Sage Mode Q, Salvers, Samuel Copeland, SD Prima, Sebastian T, Servino, Sean Johnstone, Cito, Strikeout NZ, Tadashi 047, Tim Strothman, Tomovi Kioni, Travis Ing, TZP2 Game Night, Wouter DeHaze.